No, let's do it.
So, it's been a little while. Did I literally just hear the nostalgia critic then?
Boo.
Yeah.
I ain't judging. I ain't judging. I mean, I kind of stole my
His-
early intro from his stuff, so.
His later stuff is not bad.
Hmm.
He's honestly gone the same route as AVGN, where he still occasionally gets angry, but he doesn't really swear anymore. He doesn't throw around the fucks and shits and whatnot.
It's
You know.
less that and more Doug himself.
But everybody's entitled to enjoy
That's
their
true.
own
That's
things. So, welcome. As I said, it's been a while. This is another kind of session 0 for Tomb of the Abomination, a Tomb of Annihilation homebrew campaign DM'd by moi. I am your lovely host, Dennis, aka DeVillo, aka the bastard who murdered players in the very first session. Let's see if we can keep that trend going. So, where to begin?
Can I compliment you?
You can.
You give off a Lucifer vibe. Now, like, I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't
You know
stroke
what?
his ego.
You know what?
I'm going to.
Cream gets a point of inspiration.
DM's
Like-
pet.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be DM's
Yeah.
pet.
Yeah, you're starting well. You know what? I really am gonna try and kill you
joke.
last.
I should
Yeah.
warn you,
I joke,
I
I'm
may
just
stay.
joking.
I should warn you all, I may stay in character because his voice is hard to maintain. Because I'm popping in and out of it.
I can understand that. I can understand that. But yes, so for those of you who did not join us in our early sessions, this is the land of Chult. It is a peninsula in the southern end of the world of Toril. It's a place with plenty of history and culture. Many civilizations have risen and fallen over the eras. Most of them forgotten by time, swallowed by the ever-hungry jungle that covers this land. The only real point of civilization to this day is the city of Port Nyanzaru, which is at the northernmost point, sheltered within the Bay of Chult, protected by a somewhat belligerent dragon turtle by the name of Aramag.
He's a dick.
He's a bit of a prick, but he keeps the port safe from piracy, and business in this particular city is pretty damn good. Port Nyanzaru is honestly one of the wealthiest cities in the world, even though the majority of Chult is untamed jungle. Nyanzaru is one of the trade capitals. All kinds of materials are traded through here. You know, fabrics, silks, gold, of course, and a few other little bits and pieces. Now, each of you have slightly different relationships in regards to this city. Some of you are first-time visitors. Others have been here for a little while longer. So, let's start with two individuals. Two kobold boys by the name of... Well, would you like to first of all describe yourselves and who you are playing, Cream and Icy?
Pink and adorable.
Pink and bold. Well, I'll go first, I suppose. I am playing Rolda, a pink kobold, originally blue, but we'll get to that in a second. Who has lived a good chunk of his life, as a more or less family pet by a group of rich elves, who, after seeing other kobolds being free and around, got fed up and was begun to be treated poorly by these elves, and then ran away and met up with his lovely mate. What's your name, hun?
Turtra.
Turtra.
And how would you describe Turtra? Oh, I'm so sorry. Please continue. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I'll actually let Turtra describe themselves.
You can finish, then I'll do.
Well, okay then. Turtra, his mate, also a kobold, is a very feminine male kobold who, what was your previous color? Okay, we'll go with the brown then.
Finish each other's sandwiches.
Who decided to leave with, and they decided to form, a traveling bard group. Well, one day, or one night, they were performing and getting heckled by an older man in the audience. Having dealt with many a heckler, they basically destroyed this man. Who
Emotionally, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Who then, after being so humiliated, decided to humiliate the poor little kobolds back, changing their scale colors from brown and blue to pink. Turning out that he was a much powerful wizard.
Backfire spectacularly.
Now, this didn't let the pair get. The pair didn't let that get. I'm tripping over my words. This didn't let the pair get them down, as they just rebranded as Pink and Bold, and their story became very well known. And they continued traveling along and entertaining.
I love it. So, Pink and Bold, or rather Rolda and Turtra, you two have been living in Port Nyanzaru for some time now, a number of years, we agreed?
Yep.
And you have been able to, over the course of your time here, ingratiate yourself with a few people that have connections. You've been able to pull yourselves up to a fairly comfortable living position as performers in various local establishments. One of your primary patrons, however, if not the primary patron, is Lady Queothe, one of the trade princes that run the city of Port Nyanzaru. Queothe is one of the rulers of this city, a woman self-made. 10 years previously, and this is actually a question I did want to ask, would you have been here 10 years previous, or would you have arrived sometime after that time had passed?
I say after.
Okay. You were never here for it wasn't so much of an uprising, just a more polite reshuffling of leadership. But 10 years previous, you do know that this port was built by the kingdom of Ammon, which is a nation to the north. They basically colonized Chult, took over large areas, and quote-unquote civilized everything. 10 years previously, Queothe and several other individuals were able to unseat the colonizers, and since then Port Nyanzaru has been the center of a new independent Chult. Very early days in its fledgling status, but Queothe particularly has been very helpful in bringing a certain new way of thinking to the country. She's been your patron for, I would say, a couple of years now. Rather fascinated by your unique style and I would say your unique performances. What exactly is it that Pink and Bold would be known for?
Let me...
Music and dance.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very... Yeah, it's pretty much that.
Well,
Roldo will play the instruments and Churcha will do the dancing.
okay. Yeah, the two of you as a team, you've definitely been able to go through. You've had plenty of doors opened through Queothe's influence. Your main residence for a while now has been at a rather exclusive establishment known as the DM has forgotten the name of it. Kaya's House of Repose. There's so many words up in here at the moment. But Kaya's House of Repose, a former mansion for Amnian nobility, which since the readjustment of leadership has been converted into a very exclusive restaurant and nightclub for the wealthier members of Port Nyanzaru. It's here and in other locations that you have performed for various wealthy patrons. On occasion, however, Queothe herself has you visit her villa in the northern district. Large tents, outdoor parties filled with wine, food, substances that may or may not be illegal in some parts of the country, and plenty of music. You've made quite a name for yourself there as well, but on occasion she does invite you to a more intimate and smaller venue. One of her roles as a leader of the city is as the face of the Temple of Sune, goddess of art and beauty and love and all that shit.
Creepy shipper.
Yes, and a creepy shipper as well, if anyone's familiar with some of Sephi's games. But yeah, that goddess.
Also determined she is the goddess of cheese pranks.
Canon. This is canon. However, on occasion, Queothe has invited you to perform not perform or provide ambient music within the temple when she's entertaining very special guests. And over the course of those brief encounters, you've been able to pick up enough to learn that Queothe is a woman who got to where she is by basically being the best at her job. She's very good at diplomacy, politics, negotiation, and making problems go away when they need to. So, it is one of these types of invitations that has reached your door today as you head up the steps to the small closed-off island that shelters the Temple of Sune. As you guys are heading up there, is there anything you wish to discuss, anything you wish to say or do before you meet up with your patron?
I think we're all right. We'll see what it is. Rolda's pretty much all business
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to this.
Okay.
He's not the biggest fan. As a disdain, if not downright hatred, for the rich and elite, but makes an exception for her because she came from more humble places.
This is very true. So, after a little bit of time, you head across the bridge that separates this small island from the main port. You are greeted at the door by the various acolytes of Sune. They give you flower garlands, offer to wash your feet. Young girls and young men, like fawn over your beautiful coloured scales. It's a whole thing. Eventually, you are led up several levels to the top of the tower into the private chambers of the Face of Sune, Lady Quaothe herself. Quaothe is reclined on this beautiful leather, like a chaise lounge, covered with various animal furs. There are one or two servants in the background who are pouring drinks, and there are two figures in particular that you've seen a few times around her. You think they're twins, you're not entirely sure. They are, as ever, they wear veils and masks, but they give you a little look of recognition before snapping their fingers, and the other servants depart, leaving you alone with them and Quaothe. Ah, my boys, please come forward. It's so good to see you again.
And it is good to see you, madam. Gives sir a small, respectful bow.
And how are you two on this fine day?
Oh, same as always. Pink and fabulous.
And my feet hurt.
Indeed you are. I appreciate you coming on such short notice. I've had an interesting bit of information fall into my lap recently, and I wondered if you two would be able to assist me in finding a little more information.
Well, it depends on what the information gathering requires.
Nothing too strenuous. I merely need you to seek some people out, ingratiate yourself, show them around the port. They're newcomers. And while you're doing that, it would be useful if you could find out what they know about two new ships that have come into port recently. Did you hear anything about these? I would say you guys haven't.
Not much. Rumblings about new ships, but nothing else.
Well, ships come and go all the time in the port, but these two are something a little different. You see, these are currently docked, and nobody is able to enter. Apparently, the harbour master has been informed that one of the trade princes has decreed no one is to board or investigate them. Now, I can confirm that I was not the one to give this order. I'm very curious to find out who did.
imagine you would be.
Hmm.
I'm curious myself.
The thing with our alliance and how our fledgling state operates is a little tenuous, as you have picked up on your time here. I can't exactly go out of my way to contradict the word of another of my station. That would cause needless conflict and problems. But if you fine fellows were to do a little bit of reconnaissance, find out what these ships are, who they are connected to, what is on board, and who is protecting them, then I would be deeply grateful.
Yeah, we shall attempt to do that. Do you happen to have any other leads on who might have come off the ship initially?
I do indeed. Another one of my little friends, she informs me a ship came in earlier, warning the harbour master that these two ships were on their way. Unfortunately, this ship appears to have run afoul of our guardian, Aramak, and was destroyed with several people lost. However, the survivors have taken up residence at the Thundering Lizard. You guys would know the Thundering Lizard is one of the more low-rent taverns in the city. Little bit more noisy, a little bit more boisterous. Definitely a good place for a drink and a good place for a good time and everything. But given the fact that you guys have spent a couple of years at least living it up with the more swankier areas, it's definitely a step down for you. I would appreciate it if you were to track them down, see if you can ingratiate yourself with them, as I say, and offer to show them around the city. Spend a bit of time, see what information you can find from them. The following names should be of use. And she then proceeds to give you a list of names of passengers that were from the ship that was destroyed. Included among them are a warforged by the name of Bucket of Bolts, a tiefling by the name of Char, a human woman by the... a half-elf, I do apologise, a half-elf woman by the name of Kinrel. There was a file that she actually takes back. We don't need to worry about that one. And there's a document involving a individual by the name of Sefi. I'm so sorry. What was the name of the character I murdered?
That would be Malik.
I almost said Marcus, but yeah. So
Malik Ain.
Yeah. He's unfortunately shark chum now, so. And yes. And an individual, an orcish priest by the name of Undro Silvertusk. Most of them should be in the Thundering Lizard. If you can find any of them and get to know them a little, find out what they know about these ships, and then bring that information back to me, I will be deeply appreciated. And as she's saying this, she's just like stroking the side of your face affectionately.
We will certainly do our best.
Very well. In the meantime, before you go, your funds, gentlemen. And she snaps her fingers, and one of the twins moves to the side, opens a small box, and she hands each of you a pink pouch. You can feel a little bit of jingling inside. Simple travel
I give her a
expenses.
look.
She gives you a look. When you say she, do you mean the servant or Quaothe?
Well, mostly the fact when I noticed it was pink.
Yeah, I would say this is something she does on occasion.
Easy, my dear. It's just a joke.
Oh, I don't mean anything by it, my friends. I promise you. You're far too valuable for me to lose over something as trifling as petty mockery. I give you my word on that.
Well, thank you, my lady.
My character sticks his tongue out anyways. Because
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They're lizards. That's how we smell things.
Is
That's
it?
how we smell bullshit.
Yeah.
playful joke, playful joke.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I can't imagine anything right now. Besides, you have given us a task to do, and we must complete it.
Yes, you must. Do take care.
He gives her another respectful bow before waiting to be dismissed.
Yeah, she lazily gestures with her hand. Yeah, you may go. Would say on the way out, she can't. You do notice a slight side eye at Tertra.
As we get out of sight, I elbow Tertra on the side. What was that?
A playful joke gesture.
God, you have to be respectful to these people. I mean, I don't like the elites and the rich as much as you do, but possibly less. But she comes from more humble origins, so she has my respect. And so she should have your respect as well.
She knows she has my respect.
You also, I would say, you've been working with her enough to know she also probably is very good at having people killed, like most politicians.
It'll be an accident. We'll randomly have our necks snapped in a random cart accident with a suicide note in a language neither of us speak.
I would say I would, just for fun of it, I will say on occasion, you wouldn't have carried out any kind of wet work, but she may have asked you on occasion to place a note somewhere for somebody else to find. Yeah.
This isn't the first time I've stuck my tongue out around.
Yes. I try and do it less often, my dear. Now, let us head to this tavern.
Okay. So, let me actually get your character tokens up here. Okay. There we are. So, Pink and Bold, currently leaving the Temple of Sune down here. While this is going on, let's head over. Let's head over to a slightly different location. First of all, I would say we're checking out the local library over here. Bucket, would you like to describe yourself?
Hey, Bucket of Boats is a rather chunky warforged that appears to have been made up from the parts of several different models. He's got a massive backpack on him, which appears to be also part of his body. That's pretty much what he looks like. He's just a cobbled together machine.
Love it.
So, refresh our memory. since you landed in Port Nyanzaru a couple of days ago, you went to complete your mission along with your associates, Risk the Red, and everybody else. You found the Harbour Master, a golden scale half dragon by the name of Zindar. You gave him the basic information that you needed to in regards to the upcoming ships, and he said he would make preparations to see that they were stopped before anything too shady happened. He would get...
Was the dragon turtle.
Yeah, there was also a dragon turtle.
I'm sorry, I just had to do an Orly impression. Right.
But yeah, since this was going to take a few... You had actually arrived in Nyanzaru a few days before they had. One of the reasons your patron had hired the Brazen Pegasus in the first place. You had a couple of days of basically downtime while Quinrell, Undrill, and the rest of your associates were able to decompress and recover from their, let's be honest, nightmarish experience at sea. What has Bucket been doing these past few days?
Bucket has picked up a few bits of scrap metal, just for random repairs, but he's also starting the real reason he came to Chult, is trying to research rumors of powerful magics and artifacts that have been sighted around here.
Okay. Well,
Going to get his nerd on.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, this particular building is the public library. It's one of the few in the city with books from all over Toril. However, I would say over the past day or so, you found it unfortunately lacking in any useful arcane information. Give me, for the first roll of the game, an investigation check, please.
Investigation. Oh, come on!
And that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Yeah. I would say this just for the fun of it. You do on a... How creaky and noisy is Bucket in this very quiet public library?
He probably clunks heavily when he moves, but my joke was that he gets distracted by the library cat glaring at him all the time.
You know what? Yeah, we'll go with that. Basically, in between the cat just continue. Every time you turn your shoulder, it's there. It's like Slender Man. It's just one moment it's at one place, the next it's somewhere else. But it's always there watching you, waiting. That and the fact that every time you sort of move to try and get another book, the clunking and the... unfortunately, you're not very dexterous frame has made it so a bunch of the other patrons are kind of giving you a wide berth, and you have got a bit of stink eye from some of the attendants who work here.
Sorry. Sorry, excuse me. Ah!
Oh.
Bloody cat. Shoo. Shoo.
Eventually, I would say this dark-skinned halfling woman who is one of the attendants is going to head over. I'm sorry to interrupt. What exactly are you doing here again? You said you had your primary function was... Who are you getting these books for?
They are for myself.
Right. She sort of like blinks a moment, trying to, Again, this is attitude you've experienced before, but basically she's you have been treated a little bit like more of a servant to somebody else rather than a person of your own, merit and worth. But she adjusts her attitude a little bit, and she'll ask again, right, what is it that you are looking for specifically, sir?
I'm looking for information on potions, spells, or artifacts in relation to longevity.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, yeah, everyone needs a hobby, I suppose. I would say anything to do with the arcane. Your best bet would be to see Wakanga Otamu. He is the trade prince who covers anything to do with the arcane, any kind of transaction that would involve magic or any sort of real arcane study. Your best bet would be to speak with him. I don't know if he's taking anybody off the street, though. You probably want to at least book an appointment or something.
And do you know how I would arrange such a thing?
Well, you could always ask at the front door and see when they can fit you in.
He is present in this building.
This is a library, no. Tell you what, give me a persuasion check. This is a very bitchy woman, by the way. Very bitchy librarian.
Persuasion. Because Bucket's so good at that.
I mean, 15's actually not too... It's definitely better than your Nat 1 investigation.
Kind of banking on the fact that I am an interesting anomaly.
Yeah. To be honest, normally you have been able to get some sway out of the whole novelty aspect of your personality. However, it's just in the actual practice of this library itself, you've been more of a hindrance to these people than a novelty. However, right, very well. So you're going to head out here. You're going to head on to the main... Let's see. You need to head over to the main hill where a gold throne is. And you want to head up into this area here. Prince Wakanga is in this location here, in his villa. I would recommend make yourself known at the gates. The guards and whatever household staff he has will probably try and book a time and appointment. And yes, that's pretty much it.
Thank you for your assistance. May I ask one more question? Is it customary to offer a gift to these princes when you converse with them?
You know, that is actually a very good idea. Yes, I would say, for Prince Wakanga, I would say, if you have anything foreign, he's a big fan of international travel and trade. He likes to keep himself abreast of things that are going on abroad. So something that is unique to one of the other cities or the other lands would be a good idea. Of course, anything magical, arcane, or unique, that might work too.
Thank you for your assistance. I will stop being annoying now.
That would
He's
be
just gonna
appreciated.
Gather his notes and start putting stuff away.
Okay.
This Bucket is very polite. He puts things back when he's done with them.
Heck yeah. He's a good boy. Okay. Oh, there we go. I finally found where the token was. Okay. So, you basically head out of the city. City? No, you head out of the library. And...
Cat. Like,
yeah.
use a tiny bit of power just to, like, waft a foul smell around the cat so that people think the cat did something.
I
Make
love
it
it.
smell like the cat has pissed somewhere in the library.
I absolutely love it. Okay.
Evil.
Yes. So, you head out of the library, passing this very large set of tents on your left. You've been here long enough to know this is the Grand Sue. It is one of the outdoors, sort of like an outdoor-indoor type market. Traders from all over come here to sell just about anything that you can think of. I would say this, by and large, one of the things that's hit you since landing here, or rather washing up on the shore, your internal air conditioning has been working overtime because the heat, the humidity is insane. Another thing that strikes you as well is how clean this city looks. To say it is filled with people and noise and, you know, colour and chaos, it is also one of the cleanest streets you've ever seen. Mainly because I would say pretty much every few hours or so, there are heavy, strong torrential rainfalls that come down. So the humidity isn't just from the water nearby, but the air itself. You could almost drink it. Fortunately, the coastal breeze helps to offset that, at least for most people. But again, your interior cooling system, it has been working overtime. However,
Okay.
as you are heading round the city to this new location, is there anything you wish to do?
I would say in my downtime, like overnights while waiting for the library to basically open, I will have replicated a magic item.
Okay, interesting. Would you like to explain how you've been doing that?
I have an ability called Artificer Infusions, and one of the things I chose was the option to replicate a magical item. I can replicate a particular magical item. You can learn this infusion multiple times for different items. Okay, I can choose the item I want to replicate is a bag of holding.
I mean, let's be honest. That's the one item that everybody does. So I do not begrudge you that one bit. That's fine. That's fine.
So I'm basically making a bag of holding and just kind of attaching it in the inside of the backpack module that I have.
Okay. I will allow this.
I can also create a homunculi servant.
Ooh.
But I'm not going to do that yet.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, so as you head up, again, one thing that the map on screen doesn't quite communicate is the level of verticality that Nyanzaru has. As you're heading up the various winding steps and the large hills that make up the port around you, this particular area is one of the most well guarded in the entire city. These are the homes of business leaders, trade princes, the most powerful and well connected people in the city. It's also home down here to the Temple of Savus, open to the public. Savus, you would see one or two, acolytes outside handing out flyers on occasion. Savus, again, in fact, I'm going to make you roll for it. Give me a religion check if you'd be so kind.
Religion?
Yes.
Sure.
22, that's really good. Yes, Savus is a deity whose main purview is prophecy, divination, finding answers where others cannot. But
Noted for later.
so, as you are heading down here, you eventually find yourself at one of the more lush-looking villas. The entire area, as you can see, is fairly walled off, and just through like the very narrow slats in the heavy, stucco walls, you can see massive tracts of, grass, trees, fields, acres of land walled off in this self-contained little enclosure. And as you are heading forward, you are greeted at the gates by several hired bodyguards. Hold! What is your business here?
I wish to seek an appointment with audience with the prince. I can't remember his name.
Wakanga.
Assume Bucket said it.
Yeah, Wakanga Otamu.
Wakanga Otama.
Yes, Wakanga Otamu. Interesting. You see them converse with each other for a minute or two before they say, "Go straight through. Wait in the main foyer."
Most appreciated.
Okay.
And Bucket will head in.
Okay. In that case, we will relocate ourselves over to this location. Please bear with me one moment. So, as you come into the main hall, you are met with a lush, beautiful stone interior, fronds and beautiful sculptures line the wall, decorations of various basically looks like a little bit of everything from Chult. It's got this really strong historical vibe to it. This area is one of the most luxurious and opulent places you have ever seen. After a moment, you see a servant head forward and come over to you. Oh, that's a surprise. She looks you up and down and then looks outside to the guard. Who brought this in?
I brought myself.
Oh, that's...
Yes, I am sentient.
Oh, that's useful, I suppose. Yes, Wakanga will be most pleased. Yes. I heard he'd only just sent someone for you, but no, this is excellent. But please, follow me.
Little metal eyebrow raises. Sent someone for me?
Oh, yes. He will explain, just come. And this woman just starts leading you through the foyer past these guards. And...
Not walking the fountain.
Yeah.
Like that guy in The Mummy who constantly walks on the fountain.
Yeah. And she's going to start leading you up these steps here. Again, this is, as you can see, this is a massive, opulent looking building. And I'd say, just as you're heading past, you do hear off to the side, the chatter and, casual conversation of people as they're just going on about their day, enjoying their lunch. But the various household staff, the guards and everything, basically respectfully keeping clear of whatever's going on in that room. Meanwhile, as you are doing that, Lucy... I'm trying to paste Specky. Why is Specky not being pasted? There we go. Lucy, what exactly are you doing at this point in time?
There's no staring at my headphones.
I don't.
That's
What am I
okay.
doing?
So, Wakanga has he's been working at his desk for most of the day, and he looks up as you've been brought in by one of the servants. Ah, my dear little friend. I am told you were again trying to how do we put it? Play with the neighbor's cat. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, of course. You do realize that the cat is actually a leopard with snakes on its back, yes?
It's pretty. I want to pet it.
I sympathize with you. Truly, I do sympathize. Unfortunately, my neighbor, who is also a trade prince, he is not appreciative of your passion for his property, and has made it very clear that if you are seen trying to get into his home again, he will probably feed you to the kitty. I would rather this not happen, for you are a sweet, lovely young thing, and I do not wish to see harm befall you.
But he's so mean to them. I want to be their friend.
Believe me, I understand how mean he is. Ivan is, he is a challenging fellow at the best of days. But, that is his purview, this is his home, it is his property, so what do we do with other people's property in their home?
Sighs and looks away from you, and she's like, "We don't touch it, because if we break it, we bought it."
Exactly, and he has a little more money than you, so believe me, my dear, you do not want to try and buy anything that he owns.
Okay.
I would say it's around about this point that, let me just, just trying to get everybody on the same screen, because, oh my gosh, Roll20, why are you like this? Why are you like this, Roll20, please? I misfound you so much.
It's getting revenge for you abandoning it for Foundry.
Yeah, basically. Here we go. So, I would say at this point, Bucket is being led up the stairs by this individual here. Prince Wakanga, I am so sorry to interrupt, but I believe the shield guardian that you had sent out for? Yes. Oh my! Well, hello there. This gentleman, let me just right here. This gentleman basically gets up out of a chair and rushes over to have a look at you, Bucket. Oh, this is an unexpected pleasure. Hello, my friend. Who brought him in? I had a reward and everything set up.
I actually came of my own volition.
Did you?
I
That's
understand
brilliant.
you are a keeper of knowledge.
Yes, I am. Oh, wonderful. Well, I'm glad that you have at least been told a little about me in preparation. This is wonderful. Well, in case they hadn't fully explained, my name is Wakanga Otamu, and I will be your master from now on. Welcome to your new home, Vaughn.
This unit is not for sale. It is for hire, not for sale.
Huh. Might need a bit of reprogramming. Not to worry, I'm sure I can figure something out.
Bucket cannot be reprogrammed.
Bucket.
Bucket is a sentient being. This is a common error.
Give me, Bucket, give me a persuasion check.
Here.
22. Oh, wait. Let me be very clear. Where exactly are you from, my friend?
We ever determine where he was originally from?
The place we left off from was the city of Waterdeep, but I don't think other than that we really have a fixed location for the entity that is Bucket of Bolts.
Probably would have been created somewhere out in the wilderness around Waterdeep.
Okay. So basically, somewhere in the Sword Coast, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Spectators right there, by the way.
Okay, I didn't know if... Okay. Just making sure everything's working right.
Not a problem. Boop. There we go. So, right. I apologize. I am so sorry. So you are sentient?
My creation was after many, many years of experimentation by my creator. I was an accident.
Aren't we all, my friend? But no, that's what my mother used to tell me all the time anyway. But no, this is amazing. This is amazing. And perhaps fortuitous. Well, please, come in. He actually heads back down to his desk. Almost completely forgotten about Lucy. Yes. I suppose this is my charming little friend Lucy. Incidentally, Lucy, would you actually like to describe your character, who and what you are?
Sure. So...
They are. I love they are.
My name is Lucy. I'm a widow kobold. I'm 2 years old. And I'm sunshine yellow color. And I'm wearing a dress. And very small.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a very, very small yellow kobold. But she is also adorable.
Do you want to meet my friends?
I would like to meet your friends.
Okay, and she starts reaching into her pockets, and let me pull up my notes because I have notes in which I did.
While this is going on, Wakanga's just like leaning forward in his chair, just watching the reaction, just like, I know.
My God, she's more adorable up close. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing you might notice also about Lucy is she also has a flock of butterflies sitting on her head. I completely forgot about that. But she
God,
starts.
she's the gator meme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she starts pulling small creatures out of her pockets. So, she pulls out a squirrel. She's like, "This is my friend Pete. He's a squirrel. And this is my wizard friend. His name is Frank. It's a little lizard. And this is my friend Mary." She pulls out a spider. Did he? And this she puts to a little a bauble with like a goldfish in it. And she goes, "This is my best friend Aquarius." And then I had Lisa. She was a parrot. Hold on a second. She starts shuffling around in her pockets. And she pulls out basically the corpse of a parrot. And she's like, "Oh no."
If you want, I can.
Her.
I think we had this conversation before, my little friend. Would you like me to get that taken care of? He gestures over to one of his assistants, who just looks like absolutely mortified.
"No, it's okay. I'll do it." And she shoves it back in her pocket.
Right.
And then my butterflies, they're my friendship club. And that's all my friends.
Bucket is going to slowly turn and look at the trade prince.
Mm-hmm.
She is adorable.
This is my friend, the prince.
Yes. I met little Lucy here a little while ago. She was trying to well, there's no nice way of saying it. She was trying to break into one of my neighbor's establishments. One of the other trade princes, their main purview is beasts, animals, creatures. As you can see, the little lady, she has a fascination with nature. Unfortunately, Trade Prince Ifan is unpleasant to be around and has no appreciation for the beauty and natural adorableness of this little one. So I, rather than have her something very horrible happen to her, I've been trying to keep her occupied.
I made him some friendship bracelets, and if I'm allowed to DM,
Yes.
if you look closely, you can see. Ah,
That's really loud.
is that a big port?
Oh, sorry.
Not a
Phone
problem.
Going off really badly.
I had it right on my belly, so.
I dread to think what the friendship bracelets are made out of, but I'm so excited to find out.
If you look closely at the trade prince, you'll just see like tons of little woven bracelets on both of his arms, like way too like an unhealthy amount. Like
It's like the general energy that Wakanga has. It's this he's this fairly gregarious, outgoing, friendly type of dude and everything. But there's also, I would say, there's also this vibe of I can't say no. I run a city, but I can't say no. Help.
so they're probably made out of like fur and feathers and twine and pretty much anything that she can find. So
But yes, this is Lucy. Please, you said bucket. Tell us about yourself. What brings you to my humble abode?
I was informed at the library that you had extensive libraries of the arcane knowledge.
Oh, that I do. Yes, it is my purview. I have made, arrangements and deals with people all over Dorville, spellcasters and practitioners of the arcane. What is it in specific that you are after, my friend?
I am seeking knowledge on arcane means of longevity.
Longevity? Well, that is something that I might be able to help you with. Of course, nothing is for free. It is my business, of course. I would need something in return, and I would say something of that level would that would be a little expensive. What do you have to work with, if you don't mind me asking?
If you are asking for labor, my services are for hire. If you are asking for an exchange of knowledge, I can offer you the notes of my creator's failed experiments to create similar ones of myself.
That does sound interesting. You see, I must apologize for being a little bit of a bad host. When you first came in, I had hired a group of individuals recently, recommended by a good friend of mine, the company of the Yellow Banner. I wanted them to check up on the location of a construct similar in a way to you, and bring it here. I believed that they were a little quicker, a little ahead of schedule, but no. Apparently you are your own person, which is fascinating. It's so fascinating. But yes, if you would be interested in helping me to acquire one similar to you, but of course without the self-awareness, then I think I would be able to consider that an even trade for what you seek. In the
Noted.
meantime, I would. I wonder. When you say labor, are you? Would you consider yourself a protector or a problem solver? And he's miming like the breaking of necks.
This body is well constructed to combat, but I also do possess some arcane ability.
He stands up. Okay, no, this I must see. Please, show me. And if roll 20 would not lag, he's actually gonna try and lead you over to his workshop. And I just realized I don't know where on the map that the workshop is, so we will pretend it is right here. Theater of the mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bucket is going to reach for a random item on his desk. Pick it up, break it, and then cast Mending.
Okay. Just give me a straight D10 roll to see if you're trying to break something he actually likes.
Like a blank piece of paper or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Bucket is smart enough not to lift something that looks like it's important.
Okay.
You break it, you bought it.
Indeed. So let us
But
see.
I fixed it.
No refunds. But please show me what you can do, my friend.
You gotta pick up the blank sheet of paper, just tear it down the middle, hold it from the end that's not quite torn off, and then just cast Mending by dragging his fingers down it.
Now that is interesting. Very interesting. Yes. Very useful.
Also just gonna get like a little firebolt to like manifest at his fingertips, but not launch it.
I would say this. What's your passive perception? Both of you guys.
Bolt's passive perception is 13. I will never have a character that has a decent passive perception.
There are some characters.
Lucy, what is your passive perception? 12. Okay. I would say as you do that, Wakanga doesn't seem too concerned, but I don't know, there's just something about the air that just almost seems to thicken for a moment. You can't quite put you can't really put a pin in anything specific, but there does seem to be a slight tension, but it's
Insight
released.
check?
You can roll an insight check.
My passive no, that's passive investigation, never mind. Insight. Na.
11. Yeah, I'd say it's fairly obvious. This is a very powerful and influential person, and casually producing something that could be a weapon in front of them is not something that people would do lightly. He doesn't seem threatening or threatened or anything, but there is definitely an awareness of the guards and everyone around him that at any moment, large or small, you guys would be jumped.
That's going to extinguish the flame.
The tension's released slightly. I must say, this is very useful. Tell me, you say your services are for hire. Would you be willing to start now?
Bucket slowly nods, with a little squeak of his gears.
Delightful. My dearest little friend here, she has been going a little, you would say stir crazy in the north, yes?
When you say little friend, I assume you're talking to Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of talking,
Ah, yes, the other Lucy.
Her name's
But yes, my friend here, she has been wanting to explore a little more of the city, and I unfortunately cannot spare many of my associates because we have a home to maintain. You know, I have my family to deal with, and you know, other business dealings and so on. Running the city and all that. So I would appreciate it if you were to spend some time with her, give her the protection that she needs, let her see Port Nyanzaru, experience the life and the color of the city. Does that seem fair? In return, you will be...
Good for your companion.
Exactly that. I want you to keep her very, very safe. He's actually gonna stroll around the desk for a minute. He's going to look out the window and beckon you over for a moment. Do you follow him?
Sure, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Thump.
Mm-hmm. As you look out over his estate, you know, the various trees and like beautiful looking gardens, he will say in a low voice, and I will say this, you have a beautiful construction and design. It will be a shame if I have to have it damaged in any way if anything happens to the little lady. Are we understanding each other?
Get registered.
Mm-hmm. Good to know. Well, is there anything I can do for you in the meantime? Any service that I, the great Wakanga, can provide?
The initial goal of my coming here was to seek access to your libraries of the arcane knowledge.
That will come when... I would say this. Let little Lucy here get her feet wet a little, explore the world. She came to this country to seek adventure, and adventure is in the very stones, the very blood of Chult itself. It's also incredibly dangerous, so I want to make sure that she enjoys her adventure and gets to tell people about it.
Very well. If this task is required for future access, then I will comply.
Delightful. Rest assured, Wakanga Otamo never backs out of a deal. So, you give Lucy a couple of days of adventure and excitement. And when you return, you'll have limited access to my private library. Does that seem fair?
This is acceptable.
And if you are able to assist at some point with the recovery of something like yourself for my own personal use, then I will be able to assist you with your other request.
Do you have a description of the construct you are seeking?
Well, he looks through his notes on his desk and he pulls out a very worn and slightly battered looking journal. I would say at a glance you can see like what almost look like blood stains on it. Do not let the look fool you. This was something that was recovered during an expedition by somebody that was traded to me. It was apparently owned by a wizard who met an unfortunate fate in the jungle. Our land is a little hostile, so not everybody makes it back in one piece. Going through the notes in this journal, it appears that the individual had a mechanical construct with them, a shield guardian that they named Vaughn. What I want is for you to track down this construct, which I assume or hope is somewhere in the jungle, and bring it back to me. In return, not only will I assist you in the research for your personal interest, which I think there is more to what you say in regards to that, but I will not pry for now. But I will assist you with your research.
Information can be shared at a later stage once an business relationship that is favorable to both parties has been established.
You know, my friend, I think this is indeed the beginning of a beautiful relationship. Yes, of course, of course.
Totally not intentionally trying to just pique his interest.
No, you really are, though. You don't even need to roll insight into this. He is definitely hooked into you and what it is you're about. You've just basically ticked every single one of his boxes. He is just fascinated by you. But yes, all right then. In return, I will also provide this. If you are of you say that you can perform some sort of arcane abilities. Would a book of spells be of use to you?
I do not believe so. I do not acquire my arcane abilities through study as a wizard.
Unfortunate. But if you know somebody who would be interested in buying this once I have acquired Vaughn, then let me know, and I might give you a commission.
Remind me, none of our companions were just straight up wizards, right?
If memory serves, no. Kinrell was a ranger. Risk the Red, I want to say, was a ranger as well. You had... Say again?
He was a rogue.
He was a rogue. Oh, yeah, Risk was a rogue. Okay. No. Because he was using... he was tracking down beasts. He was tracking down the ants.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think you've got any traditional wizards in the group yet. Who knows? There may be many more characters yet to appear.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that artificers can't learn from spellbooks.
Okay. We will see what we can do. But
my power comes from the application of science!
What is science but study?
True.
Well, anyway.
Practical application of devices that channel the arcane instead of using your body as an arcane focus.
Alright. Well, unless there's anything else you guys wish to do while you're at Wakanga's.
Wait.
Yes.
I drew you a...
What does the Lucy eat?
Good question. I hadn't really thought about it. Anything. Crayons as well.
Defer to sweet treats.
That's what we've been doing, yes. Much easier that way. They also work on me too, in case you're wondering.
I drew you a
Paul's
picture.
considering whether or not he should pull out one of the little snacks that Cully gave him, but it's probably stale by now.
I mean, stale, maybe a little waterlogged, depending on where you've had it.
Yep.
Yeah, he's wise enough to not to like offer stale sweets to a very powerful person, unlike a certain cleric we all know. I don't have trust of deliciousness.
Okay. Well, yes, my little friend.
I drew you a picture. She's gonna take out a big piece of paper. Well, piece of paper she unfolds several times and holds it up and shows it to you. She's like, "Look, this is me and you," and it's a scribble of you and her with like crayons, like holding hands and smiling. And then she's like, "And this is the other guy," and it's the neighbor with like the cat with snake tails eating him.
I can never show this publicly, but rest assured I am absolutely putting this in my room. This is beautiful. Thank you, my dear. Oh, this is wonderful, wonderful. Again, he leans over to you, Bucket, and says, "Anything happens to her, I will destroy you. Have fun!"
I have just met Lucy and known her for barely half an hour, but if anything happens to her, I will kill everyone in the room and then myself.
I know, right? It's incredible. It's incredible.
Yay!
I just photoshopped that image.
I know, that's why I said it!
Yes.
I blatantly your joke.
I love it.
It's the most adorable character, and I bet she is up to some shady shit.
Of course.
She's a little babby kobold. What are you talking about?
Charm everyone and build my force of Warriors. No.
Okay. So, I would say that you guys make your way out of Wakanga's personal villa. And I would say at this point, would it make sense? Where exactly would you be wanting to go? You have a few. I think you have a few things left to do at the. Oh my gosh, the brain! It's been so long. The Thundering Lizard Tavern, with your compatriots, before you're able to, show this little lady around the town, or would you want to show her, the sights as you're making your way over there?
Lucy, I must complete a small transaction with my companions. Would you like to accompany me before we go on our adventure?
Okay.
And you say, then you say just in, oh yeah, okay. So
Yeah. That actually makes things a little easier for me, sure, because I was like, shit, how do I get them into the tavern? I didn't think it through!
But
Yeah.
it's going to
See, I'm not
extract a
thinking
few
things
more.
through.
I know, it's unheard of, right? Okay. Bucket is going to extract a few more random nuts from the inside of his chassis and offer them to Lucy.
And I think we do need the clarification. What type of nuts are we talking? I'm assuming not the nuts and
Nuts.
bolts.
No. They are mixed nuts of like almonds, walnuts, acorns, peanuts. Essentially a trail mix minus the chocolate.
She will take them and hold them near her pocket, and you see little red squirrel arms reach out and just.
I would say as well, just for the fun of it, ever since Bucket showed up, Lucy, you have noticed that some of your friends seem a little more active. Like, give me Lucy, give me an insight check into your animal friends.
See, I swear to fuck, stop licking the D&D books.
They're
Took
delicious.
speak with animal now.
Okay, a 19. They seem to like your new friend. For the moment.
Stories they will tell. Stories they will tell.
Help me! I can't escape! Let me die. Just let me die. Oh,
I get
gosh.
because I'm trying to save this one.
Okay, so
Is this our sprinkle?
I think basically Lucy is carrying 10 sprinkles. But yeah. As you guys are heading out of the, let's say,
At least it's not Terry.
no. If anyone wants to know what the hell we're talking about in regards to Terry the goat, you need to watch the Curse of Strahd campaign over on the Journeys Plays channel.
I love Terry so much.
Don't forget, there's a full tribe of Terrys.
No.
What abominations have I spawned?
Well, tell this week I spawned the Terry tribe.
So, with I would say this, given the fact that you rolled a 7 on your stealth, Sephi, I would say that just as Bucket and Lucy are heading out of the, heading down the steps of the really beautiful, private section of Port Nyanzaru, how exactly are you trying to remain hidden?
He's basically kind of stood around with other people, kind of like hoping to blend into the crowd sort of thing, given that he's a 7 foot tall, near enough lizard man, wearing black leather armor with 2 rather nasty looking bone axes on his hip, and a long red half cape with a mask symbol embroidered into it, he may not be doing too well.
Yeah, basically, Bucket, as you head down the steps, you instantly clock this guy. And it's like he gives you the impression of he's trying to remain hidden, but he is sticking out a mile.
I think he's trying to hide behind a few market stalls, but he's like a head over it.
Literally that, yes.
Lucy, I do not wish to alarm you, but I believe we are being followed.
Okay. Lucy is currently in the bathroom.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
You appear to have turned into a small lesbian goblin.
That's another reference.
Yes.
I would say Lucy just like looks over to the mysterious stranger and just like waves at them. Hi.
Bucket just kind of reaches down and takes her hand like a toddler.
Okay.
Spark just kind of blinks a few times. Well, that was easier than expected. I
Your
expect
subtlety requires some work.
subtlety was never my strong point.
Evidently.
I was always much better at breaking people.
Bolt is going to step in front of Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
I take it you're the one here to ruin things for the bouncers and the flaccid.
Those words are not in my repository.
He's kind of gonna whisper this, but he goes, Centarim, Flacids, Xanathar, Bouncers.
You get like a little click as shutters close and open rapidly over his eyes.
Bunch of balls and a bunch of floppy snakes.
I feel you may have mistaken us for someone who knows who you are.
The drow in Waterdeep sent you, didn't he?
And if this is the case?
My employer has sent me to the sacred land to assist you.
Blink, blink. I'm gonna roll a little insight check on this guy.
You're a little scary.
That was why I was chosen. That and was a field test.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he's being ridiculously candid. Like he's Cable in Deadpool 2 levels of candid. But we should not discuss such things here, lest the Flacids and the Bouncers hear.
I would say at this point, I would say it's round about this point where, having left the Temple of Sune, Pink and Bold would be walking down basically the same path just behind Bucket and Lucy. It would have taken you guys a moment or two, but you probably would recognize one of the people that you're on the way to meet is pretty much right in front of you, chatting to a very large and slightly creepy looking lizard folk, and holding the hand of a adorable little kobold girl.
You muted.
Yep.
Oh, well. How's that for lucky? Excuse me, there seemed to be a problem here.
I'm just gonna have to roll sleight of hand.
This
Roll.
is kind of important. Which direction are you approaching from? Are you approaching from behind Bucket or from behind the lizard man?
They are approaching from behind Bucket because they've actually come from over here.
Ah.
Yeah,
okay.
and you guys technically came from over here.
Bucket is going to adjust his stance so that Lucy is now between his legs. Just basically putting a leg on either side to block view of the bulls and the lizard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, we don't mean you any harm. We just noticed that there might have been a problem here, and we were hoping if there was any way we could resolve it.
There does not appear to be a problem yet. Looks over to the lizard.
No problem here, as far as I can see.
Well, good. But, we'll keep it that way. Say we, go on down to the tavern and have a bite to eat. My treat.
Taffy's gonna look to Bucket and just go, the rest of it.
So what?
Yeah, what?
The rest of your group are there.
Depends on the tavern you choose.
Well, I've, been in the city quite a bit of time myself. Why don't I, show you around and take you to all the best spots?
Perhaps another time. I have to converse with my companions.
As
Oh.
do I.
You are very creepy.
Oh, come on, just because he's all scaly doesn't mean he's creepy.
Gonna say he is 7 foot tall and built like a shit brick house.
I'm sure I
He's
can
a
make him
buff
look
lad.
creepy.
Hmm.
Bit of makeup and some wig and he'll be good.
Please
Yeah,
tell
he's
me you
just,
say that out loud.
Yes, totally.
Did you say that right here?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's actually a very good-looking chap.
He's a himbo.
That's scale color. It suits you quite well, sir.
Let's just say my mistress values me for my strength. Enough to give me quite the gift.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, strength is also quite important. As I said, we can all talk on the way and stay out of conversations, as it were. Well, I take you to what was the name of the tavern I was supposed to go to?
It was the name of the tavern is the Thundering Lizard, and for I would say for the record, neither of these random strangers have actually properly introduced themselves or explained what they're doing.
Bucket is walking off while they're distracted with each other, just
Mhm.
bringing Lucy by the hand.
Mhm.
Yep.
Just wait, bye-bye.
Bad touch, bad touch.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Oh. Yeah, I really bugged that up, didn't I?
Little matter. I can track them.
Literally see him down the street.
Yeah, you
He's
guys.
not exactly subtle.
Yeah. It is
Good
why
way.
I was made casting here.
My training and keen senses allowing me to track the subtlest of prey. Clunk, 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 clunk. I believe he went this way.
case, I do not need to be casting here to track this one.
Well,
Sometimes I really wish I could animate.
Mm-hmm.
well, my dear, I suppose we should at least head to that tavern. They're probably headed the same way. We'll get in better graces with them there.
I would say as well, I'm just loving the fact that two completely random groups of strangers show up. They're both trying to interact with this Warforged and the little kobold girl, but they've not actually explained who they are to each other or to the person they're trying to introduce themselves to. I love how chill everyone is with the situation.
Hey.
Bucket walked away.
Yeah, no, Bucket's... Yeah, I would say at this point, Bucket's down here.
Yeah, I would say that my lad is following Bucket as quick as he can.
I'd assume Pink and Bold, you're doing the same?
Can I use my
Yes,
urchin
but
thing
at
to
a-
get through the city at half the speed?
Fair enough. You're just taking your time. Love
Yeah,
it.
we're
I
following
would
him, but not
Yeah,
making
we'll catch up. I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
You remember how in the Terminator would follow? That's kind of what Gaz Dingir is doing right now.
You guys are making a great impression. I love this. I absolutely love this.
Hey, he wasn't sent here to be subtle.
No, he was not. Okay, Bucket, as you are heading back to the Thundering Lizard at what I assume is speed, is there anything in particular you're trying to do to lose the random ass thugs that are following you?
First time I round a corner, breaking line of sight with them, I am football picking up Lucy and just speed walking.
Okay.
Lucy's just under my arm now like a football.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you call us thugs? We are entertainers, good sir.
Well, yeah, there is that too.
I'm pretty sure my urchin will let me get back to the bar before you would.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, I will actually
The
say
urchin-
this. Yeah,
So the background, I'll read it out for you.
yeah.
I'd say
You
that
know the secret patterns and flows to the city and can find passages through the urban sprawl that others would miss. When you're not in combat, you and your companions you lead can travel between any two locations in the city twice as fast speed as you would normally allow.
I'd say Gaz Dingir is with you too.
To be fair, Sephi, you already said, you already said that you were trying to track Bucket specifically.
True.
Yeah, Bucket would probably have to stay to the streets he knows, which is the main thoroughfare, so I would have no problem with them overtaking me if they use back alleys.
My character was born in the hood.
Yep.
I know this place.
So yeah, Gaz Dingir is basically following Bucket. It's easy to track, very easy to track, even if he didn't have efficiency.
Okay then, okay. So, in that case, let me get this set up. Let me just move some tokens around because things have changed ever so slightly. So, I would say we're going to have you over here, and we're going to have you two over here, and I would say, yeah.
When Bucket arrives, he's just basically going to find his companions, introduce Lucy, and start telling them about the weirdos they encountered on the street. I
Okay.
have to go and see what my cat is up to before she does something strange and gets stuck somewhere.
Okay, we will have a quick kitty break then, because I definitely want your reaction to what is coming next.
Yeah.
And I would say since Roland and Tidra had gotten there first,
Mm-hmm.
that they would have talked with the owner about setting up a show for the night.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, and I just want to wait for Nicola for just one moment. But let me see. We've got them. Yeah, we've got all that taken care of. Given the fact that we have a nebulous amount of time here, is everyone okay with a 60-second bathroom break?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate you all. Give me uno momento, and we will return in, I would say, a minute or two.
BRB2.
Okay. Now, how do I mute the stream? Because I keep forgetting that. Yeah, no, yeah, I'm gonna keep the stream audio playing there. So feel free to chinwag amongst yourselves, but you are on stream. Boop.
Sorry, that Lucy was getting restless, and when she gets restless, she gets stuck behind computers and cables and stuff. I took her downstairs and gave her some num-nums.
Aw.
Yeah. What's the noise
So-
coming from?
Trying to organize a show, eh?
Yes. We gotta have some reason to be there. We've got reputation in the town.
True.
You should wait for the bagpipes to come out. Just you wait for the bagpipes.
But why did put my random? That should be random stream. That should be guys and adults.
Godzilla.
Well, I'm not. I'm going to flat out admit it. Look at Taft's face.
Yeah.
Why can't you be like your cousin? He's already destroying major cities.
Look, I got the Hanna-Barbera cartoon. What more do you want?
Oh, the cartoons! When you gonna get a real job? Those are for kids.
That's a real job, Ma. Besides, I'm 80 stories tall. I got my own theme song, for God's sake. Godzilla's sake.
Oh. Yeah,
know what-
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know when I was 80 stories tall, I was 120 stories tall, okay? You failure!
Look, just because you're my big American cousin doesn't mean you get to push people around, okay?
You failure! Why you not get job yet? When I was your age, my other foot, one foot was starting a job, and the other foot went to school.
Love Grandpa Goji. I got the job. I was doing the job back in the 70s. People still love me. I still got it.
What the hell did I just walk back in on?
He failure!
Stereotypical Asian parents to Godzilla, apparently.
70s Hanna-Barbera Godzilla.
Oh,
What about Natsuki, for God's sake? I had to look after him as well.
You left us unsupervised. Really, it's your own fault.
it
Dennis.
really is. It really is. Anyway, so we find ourselves back in the tavern where you have been spending the past couple of days. This is the Thundering Lizard Inn. Where are you? There you are. So, find ourselves here at the Thundering Lizard.
There's lacking quite a lot of lizards in here.
Yes, that is actually pretty true. There's like one, and that's it.
That part of the squad that just showed up.
To one of the things that this establishment is known for is the rather large. You can't actually see it on this map, but there is a large T-Rex skull on the front entrance. This is apparently one of the kills that the owner, a former guide by the name of Emeka Isret, was famous for having killed himself. Let me actually... So you can actually see their names. Bucket, you and Lucy managed to basically dash here as fast as possible. And you're kind of concerned to see the two pink kobolds who chatted to you earlier are busy having a rather casual conversation with Esther, the wife of the landlord.
I appear to have miscalculated our route.
So you say that you are thinking of you would like to perform here at some point? That is correct?
Oh yes, well tonight if possible.
And if
Figure, it's been a while since we've played here.
I would say yes, I do remember you. You came here a few years back. I know you've been at, shall we say, other places, but no. I mean, if you're interested in coin, I think we can work something out. Although unfortunately tonight we have a guest speaker who is coming to visit, a traveler from Waterdeep. But tomorrow, perhaps, we might be able to get something taken care of.
Well, I'm sure we can work something out.
I was gonna say, Bucky, did you mean to leave Lucy behind?
I can't control her token, but I'm still kind of like carrying her, so.
There you go.
I assume our companions are upstairs in rooms, so that's why I'm heading this way.
They actually are. I would say this. As you are heading in, you do notice that Risk is currently on the upper balcony having a conversation with one of his points of contact. And again, I would say while Rolder is doing most of the talking, Turta, you would absolutely be watching the front door, and you would see Bucket and Lucy show up at the front.
I would nudge Rolda and make sure that you saw as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he would, even out of the corner of his eye.
When you said balcony, which balcony? Over here?
So
or...
basically, you guys would need to keep going this way, and then, hang on, I'm going to need to adjust Specky. So basically, you guys would need to go up these stairs here, and then, let me just try and copy you, because I don't need you. Again, I miss Foundry, and the stairs were so good. The automatic stairs were so good. But yeah, eventually...
I am now blind.
Nothing.
Yeah, because I have destroyed Specky. Oh shit, and also I think that's one of the older tokens for Turta, because I didn't have your vision. So give me 2 seconds, Cream, while I fix that for you.
Can't see anything at all, and he's... Yeah,
Everything's so grey.
Terminatoring, basically.
Okay, give me a second. Where is Specky?
You?
Okay. I have one monitor and 2 different browsers. Okay, so over here, this is where Specky, Bucket, and Lucy are.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so that's where they are. So I'm actually going to just duplicate Specky for the moment, and we're going to have Specky over here as well.
Just roll over.
And Specky is going to be there.
Taff has been basically following Bucket and Lucy, so can I have that stealth roll I gave you?
The 14. Yeah, sure. Let me just give me a second. Let me just get him over there. I was going to say, does your token not have vision, Sephi?
Nope.
Oh, for God's sake. Okay. Okay, give me a second. Technology. Why does your character have no vision? There we go. And fixed.
Yeah,
because he is blind to the future.
No, he doesn't have dark vision, but...
Okay, and last but not least, Cream. Does Tarth... Can you see through Tarth? Or, no, you can't. There we go.
Too specky, I think.
Yeah, I fixed it. You've now got vision. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I think we're upstairs. We're on the upstairs map now, so...
Yeah, both Rolder and Tertra are currently downstairs chatting with Esther, but you did see your quarry head upstairs, followed by big, weird, creepy lizard man. Oops, it's down there. So, Bucket, you and Lucy head up the stairs, and you see Risk chatting with an individual that you have been told to refer to as Soggy Wren, the local Harper contact.
Would this have been the fella who politely guided me towards the library?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So, Bucket is quote-unquote an acquaintance to this guy as well?
Yes, yeah. You would, again, because you mentioned that you were helping Risk out with a few things, you would know that he is, you would know about as much as Risk does in regards to this gentleman and his allegiance to the Harpers and everything. Oh, hey, big man, how's it going?
Do I see any of our other companions around, or just Risk?
Just Risk. Unfortunately, everyone else is still trying to recover from the voyage.
Okay. Then Bucket is going to approach. I made a friend. Set Lucy gently on the ground.
Should sit at the table.
Yes, cannon. Oh, hi there. I
I
apologize,
made a
Kuba.
friend. Plop on the table.
Yeah, I apologize, Kuba, for butchering your character. Oh, hi. How you doing?
Lucy. She holds out her little hand.
Oh, how you do, Lucy? My name's Risk.
He is a companion of the trade prince. I cannot pronounce his name.
Wakanga Otamu.
Wakanga Otam.
Yeah.
He has tasked me to escort her around town.
Wait, so let's be curious here. This is a friend of Wakanga's? Oh, you're
Yes.
going up in the world. You only came here a few days ago and you're doing really, really well. Hey, little one, do you want a drink?
Can I have some apple juice?
I'll get...
Alcoholic beverage is not wise for this small one.
I never said alcohol, I just mean a drink. I'm all about the flavor, so... Let me just get something for you. And he's going to call over to the balcony and try and get some service. While he's doing that, Risk is going to lean forward. You find what you were looking for?
Not yet. I have found a way to access those possible records, though.
Well, that's really cool. Well, if you need anything else, just let me know.
I have also unlocked possible avenues of employment with the trade prince.
Oh, that's really cool. Wow, yeah. Hopefully they, do you know if this is the one who's involved with the boats or if it's somebody else?
I do not believe he is associated with the boats.
Okay, that's good to know. I would say at this point, Tarth, you're basically just... You hear this like little tap tap as you see like Risk look over his shoulder. Can we help you? Private conversation, friend.
I get the feeling more that I can help you.
He appears to have knowledge of our previous employer. Claims he was sent to assist. Followed us like a weirdo.
You were sent by the Drow to deal with the Zentarim and the Xanafai, yes?
So, Tarth, am I assuming that you sit down in Soggy's chair?
No, he does not. So he was not in that chair when I moved over, so...
Okay. Okay, I would just say it's like there's just this brief moment of, you know, like in an anime where it's just someone in silhouette and you just see like the pinpricks of their eyes glowing. It's like they're not there and then they are there behind you. It's like,
Cheers.
hey, what are you having for a drink, mate? Oh, you know what? You look like a daiquiri type. Hey, can we have some daiquiris up here as well? He just flops in the chair. At this point, I have a question for Pink and Bold. What do you guys want to do? Are you hanging around downstairs, or are you going to join this motley crew upstairs?
Once their drinks are ready, we're going to bring them up to them and join them.
Okay. I would say this. You see, Chiz, the daughter of the owners. She's basically the main well, technically she's the only waitress here. They're a little bit short-staffed. Give me a persuasion check to let a bunch of strangers, admittedly people with a little bit of a reputation in the city, handle the drinks of their customers.
Okay.
Persuasion. 20. Yeah, okay. Oh, sure. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I love your
Slip
outfit.
her a couple gold
Hmm.
for her trouble,
She
just
blushed.
in case they tip.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And, please, I know we were going to be busy tonight, but, we would love to have you perform for us. Don't listen to my mother. She's a little bit old school. I love the outfit, by the way.
Oh, thank you, my dear.
She blushes a little and, goes back to serving the tables. Okay. So let's get you two lads over here. So boop and boop. Boop, 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 boop. There we go.
Yes. The second we found out that a certain Mr. Skyreach was involved, my employer decided it would be best to grant assistance.
Hello, everyone. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh
I
my
also
gosh,
appear to
you
have
look
acquired other people to
fantastic.
follow me.
Oh yeah, I am loving all this. Okay, so daiquiris for everybody, or are you more of a bourbon type? What about you, darling?
We already brought your drinks up for you.
Oh,
He starts
very
taking
nice.
drinks off the tray and handing one to each of them, and an apple juice for Lucy.
Taff is just kind of staring at the drink. Not like he's suspicious of it, more just like he does not know what the hell to make of it.
I would say as he takes the drink, again, this weird, gangly, drunken-looking human dude, you just see him just lazily trail his fingers in the air a little bit, and gives it a sniff. So, did you poison this at all?
What? It's insane. Poison a perfectly good drink.
I like you. I like you. What's your name?
Rolda. It's a
Rhoda, you're my new favourite for today. And he downs the drink in one.
Yes, well, I take it I was told that you all were acquainted with Mr. Skyreach.
That would appear to be the case. You mentioned your employer sent you to help us. Who is your employer?
I am Taff of Clan Bloodclaw.
You had to look at your hand to see that, did you?
No, he's kind
Is
of
it written
he
on-
took a sip of the drink and he was kind of like, "This is just weird." But yes, I have been sent as an emissary and agent of the Mistress.
Would Bucket be aware of who the mistress is?
In all honesty, probably not. The mistress and most of her reach is around the Scorpion Coast, which, for those of you who are watching our streams for the first time, that would be a homebrew location from Cephis Games, which is, they're more the western side of the sea, and the Sword Coast is the eastern side, unless I'm speaking out of turn.
Yeah, that's correct. That's where we roughly worked out where it would be.
Yeah.
Look, what you do in the bedroom with your partners is none of our concern.
Yes, children are present,
Yeah, you kind of pissed Taff off by saying that. Never disrespect the Mistress. The Zents tried it, and I gutted every agent they sent.
Well, that's good enough for me. I would say this as well. Like Risk is like watching this entire exchange very warily. He's got like one raised eyebrow, and you'd notice like I mean, he's a little bit far away from the table, so it's hard to have his hand under the table. But he's got like one hand on his weapon, just looking at this whole motley crew. So would you like to explain who this mistress is, why she doesn't like the Zents, and why you're actually here?
The mistress is the ruler of a Ventrali empire. She rules. She lets the fools think that the businessmen, the merchants run the place, but she has ruled for 10,000 years. And she came from this land originally. Divine, the goddess, and Zilu came from this land. The
I
Zen-
would, and Zulu ring a bell.
In all honesty, I don't think any of these words would mean anything to pretty much anyone at this table, except maybe Soggy. I'm going to roll myself a d20 here. I would say this. You do notice like Soggy's eyes like narrow a little bit as he's trying to follow this conversation. Sorry, friend. To clarify, I've been living here a little while. Not really familiar with any of these people, but sounds impressive. What exactly does this 10,000-year-old lady want with my little friends? And these two handsome fellas, we're going to get to you in a moment.
We heard from one of the mistress's associates, the Windwalker. I believe she is known to you.
Well, you're going to have to be clarifying this with the DM. The Windwalker, who is that?
Oh, yeah.
She's the mistress's top assassin, formerly known as Alia Zafira.
Okay.
You know, the second one of Sephi's think I almost accidentally killed.
Yeah. Well, Soggy wouldn't know that, but I think would Risk know that name?
He probably would know who Alia is, yeah.
Right, yeah, Risk sort of like
Maybe
narrows his eyes a little. It's like, okay.
But yes, the Zents have offended the mistress with their activities in the Holy Lands. Therefore,
The
she sent
Ventarum seem to make their business of offending people.
Yes, but she has sent me with some interesting abilities. Do you know what the title of Gazdingir means?
Gesundheit.
Say that again.
Gesundheit.
Yes, Ren actually looks like he's about to say something, but he just giggles to that. It's like, I like this one. I like this one too. But what's the god killer doing here?
Calibrated my sarcasm module.
Taff smirks, and he makes sure that no one can see before he very discreetly pricks his finger with the barb on the end of takes out one of his axes, just kind of level onto the table, pricks his finger on the barb on the end, the back of it, and he watches blue flame engulfs the head of the axe for a brief second before he puts it away, he deactivates it. I just need to roll 1d4 for that.
I would say this as well. Given the fact that you put a weapon on the table and light it up briefly, you do notice that like one hand is still necking another drink. The other hand from Soggy is now pointing directly at you. And Risk, I would say, has his bow half out and half cocked.
I'd say that he
does
doesn't
put an
actually place
arm
it on the
protectively in
table,
front
but
of Lucy as well.
the mistress has been experimenting with Anzilu's blessings. The ability to destroy the undead, mutagenic potions, or in my case, to be Shah's executioner.
Right, okay, fair enough. You two fellas, while we're unpacking all that, what are you two here for? I've seen you around. What are you
yes,
doing?
Well, you might have seen us before here or in other cities with the quite popular group Pink and Bold. I'm Rolder, this is my associate Tata.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've actually seen you perform a couple of times. They're very good, they're very good. So, what are your interest in these fine people?
Well, they're interested in those two mysterious ships, as so are we.
Give me a... Here's the question. Are you lying?
Not directly.
Okay.
Half-truths.
Why is it that specifically you guys are checking these boats out, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, you know how things are. Rumors get started and it's bad for business.
Give me a wisdom... I would say this. As you try to make a direct lie, you find it impossible to do so. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, damn, zone of
Zone of
truth.
truth.
Fuck you.
So, yeah, it's you know, I mentioned he like lazily trailed his fingers in the air.
Yeah.
Okay. 14 is not going to circumvent it, I'm afraid.
Ah, fuck. We are here to... We're here
I can see that.
to...
Would my bardic inspiration have changed that?
The bardic inspiration is for you. Well, actually, bardic
You
inspiration
inspire
is...
others through words or music. To do so, use bardic inspiration.
Yeah, that I would say that's unfortunately that's after the fact. You would have to, I think, do that before the roll was declared. Also, don't forget you yourself,
Yes,
Cream,
I
do
remember that.
have DM inspiration, which is a reroll. It's a 1-free reroll.
You get for buttering up the DM.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to, though.
You don't have to lie. Well, here's the thing. You don't have to tell them something you don't want to tell them, but you can't give them a direct lie.
We're here on behalf of interested parties who are also curious as to the contents and purpose of those ships.
Well, that wasn't so hard, was it? I mean, everyone's a little bit nosy in the city. What makes it interesting, isn't it, my friend? But yeah. Do you have any intentions against harming any of my friends here?
Not unless they harm me or my mate.
Well, you can't say fairer than that. What about you, big boy?
As I have stated, my intention is to assist in any way I can.
Alright then. Well, let me just get a fresh round of drinks for everyone. And he calls over to the downstairs for a fresh round.
Will you please extinguish your weapon? It's starting to singe.
He's already done. He had flashed it over like a second just to demonstrate the power of his class.
It's starting to cook the table. Yes, please don't burn down this lovely establishment. I know it's not as big as some of the others, but it's still quite popular.
Yes.
Do
don't.
not
You work
damage
here.
Lucy's drawings.
Again,
That would be
I
a death
have no
sentence.
intention. Believe me, I am familiar with dealing with young individuals like this kobold.
I'll be honest. This is Risk piping up. Not to be rude or anything, but have you ever heard yourself talk? Because it's like every single thing you say sounds incredibly threatening and intimidating.
Why do you think I was chosen to become the God Killer?
Yeah,
Probably
about
the big
that.
fuck off nexus.
But yeah, about that. So this mistress is not a fan of the Zentarum. She sent you over here to. Risk's voice is just devolving into some absolute mess. I am sorry, Coobs. How did it go? Basically, Risk is going to ask, why exactly are you here? Why are you here helping? What is it about the Zentarum that has pissed her off that much that she sent a quote-unquote God Killer?
Because Zentarum fear, and their activities here are disrespectful to her.
Sorry.
Well, Ren pops back over and, he rejoins the conversation. Well, just so you know, you lot are all outsiders for the most. I mean, not you two. I've seen you two lads before. You've been here a while, but for the rest of you all, I've been explaining to Risk here about how things actually work. But basically, the Zentarum, they're actually pretty well established. 90% of the guards, the personal bodyguards, that kind of thing, they're all Zentarum. It's, like it or not, a bit of a Zentarum city. So, if you're looking to specifically start a fight with Zentarum, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. The good news is it's going to be very easy to start a fight. The bad news is walking away from it in one piece and not being turned into a handbag. Sorry if that's an insensitive comment, everybody.
I'd also like to explain that the Windwalker was rather insistent on helping with the Xanathar.
Now the Xanathar, that is interesting. Yeah, Risk has been telling me about that.
Yes.
The Xanathar Guild and the Zentarum. Now, I've only been living here a couple of years. I moved down here from Baldur's Gate myself. I do know that the Xanathar Guild's mainly a Waterdeep thing, but they have been trying to poke their nose into things that don't concern them down here for a little while. A little bird tells me that one of the trade princes, has been trying to curry favour with them. For some reason, I don't know what. That's probably why those two ships are being protected. The only thing is we don't know who.
The Windwalker wishes to interfere with the Xanathar as a personal favour to Mr. Skyreach.
I've not met this Mr. Skyreach, but Risk, just continually sings their praises. So, we'll see what happens at some point. In the meantime,
His wife bakes delicious goods.
Yeah, he said that too. Now, here's the thing though. What's the beer like?
From what Windwalker has said, it is quite delicious.
Okay, I am going to be visiting Waterdeep at some point in the future. Awesome. But anyway, he looks around the group and everything. Why exactly are you two... So, you two, we basically covered the fact that Pink and Bold were showing interest in the ships. Since you're all interested in the boats and everything, if you all are interested in doing a little bit of reconnaissance, me and Risk, we've got a couple of ideas on places to check out. We've got one or two other people following different leads. Well, if you wanted to do a bit of research on the docks, see if you can try and work your way into one of those ships, all quiet like, get a bit of information about who's on there, what's going on. That might be really useful.
Well, we can certainly try.
Ooh.
The
I
bit
am
of our
unsure if this would be a suitable activity for. Just slowly looks at Lucy, who's just diddling away.
She'll be fine. She looks like she'd have a great time.
I like
Do you wish to
adventures.
partake in? Do you wish to partake in espionage?
Espionage sounds fun. Let's do it.
I love
Very
the way
well.
he said that. Do you wish to partake in espionage?
What is espionage?
It's like a game of hide and seek. Only you're the one seeking, and the thing hiding is knowledge.
Okay, I like games and knowledge.
Risk pipes up again. I gotta admit, I'm a little concerned about you guys taking a kid on this, but you know, hey, we kobolds, we're pretty good at avoiding being seen when we need to, so should be okay. Maybe.
Oh, and believe me, if anyone tries to lay a hand on this dear child's head, and he motions to Lucy. Exactly. And he points.
Going.
Soggy waves his hand, and you all feel a slight pressure lift that you didn't really notice was there at first. Oh well, just glad that we're all on the same page. Well, me and Risk, we've got a couple more things to take care of. You lot have fun storming the castle, don't get caught, and let us know what you find out. What are you inciting exactly,
I was
Bucket?
trying to determine whether or not he's playing up being drunk.
With a 10?
I don't
Very
know.
hard to say. He's, from what little you've seen of it, again, the dude reeks of alcohol. What robes he's wearing, they look, grey and shabby, and they might have been fairly well kept and expensive looking at one point. But basically, this is like a grey rundown Rincewind. This really gangly, skinny looking dude. But he has, on the few days you've met him, he has on occasion been surprisingly insightful. He's very good at you can tell there's some sort of like arcane ability that he has, and also one thing that you didn't pick up at first, but when you mentally play back the conversation you just had, you notice that when Tarth was talking about, he was basically explaining what he was. Soggy instantly knew what a god killer was, and this is something you guys have never heard of before. So he's got something going on with him, rather than being just some random drunk dude.
Oh, he's totally faking being drunk. He's probably doused himself in booze to make that. But I didn't roll high enough insight to learn that, so yeah, he's just drunk.
So, what do you wish to do?
Where did you say these ships were?
They usually keep them in the dock.
There are many docks to the city.
You know, that is a fair point. That's a fair point. Well,
Okay,
they're
now
not...
I can see why the sarcasm is annoying. Adjusting calibrations.
But no, yeah. Basically, they're near the northwest. They're in the Royal Docks. They've been partitioned away from the rest of the ships. There's a bit of a guard there, so you probably want to avoid them. But you won't be able to miss them. There are 2 ships flying no flags, and nobody's allowed near them. Worst case scenario, if you can't find them, have a word with Zindar, Harbour Master.
I assume your name is to go nowhere near these inquiries.
Who am I but a humble assistant of the patron of the arts of the drink? I don't know why.
Leave your name out of it. Got it.
I was never
Yes,
here.
it is.
Why are you waving your hands and sinking under the table? We can still see you.
He literally is sinking under tables. No, you can't. I'm a figment of your imagination.
Like the penguins from Madagascar. You didn't see anything.
Wisdom.
So, you head out of the tavern and into the streets. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay then. Now, you guys find your way back into the busy streets of Nyanzaru. The humidity, the the heat, the people milling in the streets, and of course the dinosaurs everywhere. Who is, out of this group, who has the highest passive perception?
Let's see.
Because
I have 12.
That's 11.
Mm-hmm.
Passive perception is 13.
Yeah, it was 13, and I think it was 11 for Lucy, wasn't it? Okay.
Mine was 12.
Yeah. Okay, so I would say a 13. Let me just roll something real quick.
I will let you decide what the drawing is.
Yes.
Oh, I'm working on it.
That is adorable. By the way, a construct putting a magnet on their chest, I'm sure that's going to work out great.
Kill, brain, destroy.
Or go bender. How many rows must the
The
man
man walk down.
before he hararu?
I kill you, Fry.
I love it. Anyway, you guys make your way through the streets, heading toward the docks. When I would say this, you get a good look at the. I would say, let me actually just bring you onto the area map so we've got a good idea of where you are in relation to everything else. So, you guys were at the tavern over here, and you've been making your way through here. And I would say you're currently working through these side alleys, getting towards the docks. It's at this point that the crowd seems to thin out a little, and a woman steps in front of you. It's a human woman, dark skin, dark hair, wearing various, almost like a long leather coat with a high collar, knee-high boots. You see a rapier at her hip, and she has a somewhat unsettling smile. Oh, it's nice to see a familiar face, she says, staring right at you, Bucket.
Blink, blink.
Give me a history check, please. 8. You have no idea who the fuck this is.
New memory card. Who dis?
Oh, that's just plain rude. No. After all the things you did to my poor boat. No.
Oh, right, it's the captain.
This is, I will say this is not a gnome. This is a human woman.
Oh.
You are not sure what she's referring to with a history of 8.
She's not one of the pirates, is she?
As you try to process that information, you see on either side of her 2 other figures step into the alley. As you glance over your shoulder, you see 2 more behind you, and you notice they're missing a couple of limbs between them, some legs, some arms. Pretty similar to the pirates that you were dealing with a few days back.
Well,
So, first of all, I don't know who any of you fuckers are. I'm just here to have a chat with the big tin boy. So, you just trot along and we're gonna have a nice friendly conversation, alright?
He said a bad
I
word.
do not believe in the sincerity of your statement.
What do the rest of you do?
He said a bad word.
He's going to look to Bucket and the others. Goes, I trust anthropophagy would not disturb you too much.
You what?
My mistress forbids me from devouring humans, but we could make an exception this once.
Fun fact, handsome. My captain has no such problems. And she just
Good.
looks at you and gives you, she just like licks her lips and gives a weird little growl.
Good.
I'm
He is
assuming.
correct. She did devour one of our companions.
I'm assuming that the rest of you are not leaving the area.
Nope. Taff is visibly excited to do this.
Alright then. Let's fucking go.
Be wary, this woman is a powerful caster and shapeshifter.
I would say this again, with your 8.
Dang it.
No, I'm gonna say like you remember the druid that was the basically the person who transformed into a giant shark that ate your friend Malik. She was a much older looking woman. This person looks a lot younger, and it also looks like for some reason Sirenscape is not actually playing the bloody music. Thank you.
Would you like me to take Lucy around the corner? I know where a nice apple stand is.
Lucy is not leaving my sight.
That's fair.
Taff is going to take out the axes, jab the barbs into his upper shoulders, and light up.
Okay. Give me one moment. There we go.
And he has activated his Rite of Flame.
Okay. Now that is an action, I believe. So we're going to go into initiative in just a moment. Just want to make sure that that is unselected. Open that up, and everybody add a turn. Boom. Okay, everybody, if you would click your token and please roll initiative. Technology.
Wait, it said I wanted to send this to the roll marker, but no token was selected. Wait.
You have to select your token first.
Yep.
I got the same roll! Pog!
Nice.
I'll take that. I don't have that in it or anything.
And last but not least. Okay, so you're gonna have to bear with me a moment because initiative is a thing. So she is going to do that, and then they are going to. It is I forgot how tricky it was to do this all on one monitor. There we go. I don't need to. I don't need to edit it. We do, yeah. No, unfortunately, for those of you who've not been following, my my graphics card basically melted last January, and I've been wrestling with this ever since. It's just been an absolute hellscape. Let's see. Do that.
Yeah, trying to get a graphics card right now is outside of, money.
Okay, and who else?
Reminder, crypto and NFTs are a scam.
Yes, they are. And last but not least...
I heard someone describe it there the other day, is that cryptocurrency is the MLMs of men.
Sure.
It was just a fun way to describe it, and it made me giggle.
Okay, did that go through? Okay then, let's I'm gonna say those guys are, let's see, in descending order. Okay, so first up on the screen, it is going to be a Rolder. Rolder, what would you like to do?
Alright, so we're clearly in combat, yes?
It looks fairly hostile.
Alright. Well, I suppose then, being a little squishy right now, Rolda is going to attempt to persuade these guys not to fight.
Okay, how are you going to do that?
It's like, alright, don't mean anything, don't mean any harm to you guys, we don't have to fight.
Is this like a persuade? Are you just trying to, are you using an ability, or are you just trying to appeal to their better nature?
Yeah, just trying to persuade them.
You would need to roll me a persuasion with disadvantage, my dear.
Okay. Let me. I don't like the roll 20 sheets. Okay.
Nah, I don't think any of us do.
Why I use D&D Beyond. Sponsor me.
Holy shit! Wait, how is it with disadvantage that you get? Okay. Wow, that is impressive.
21?
20 and 21.
Damn. I would say this: the two at the back, these two, they kind of look at each other. They look at you, and I would say, just for flavor, this one's going to move to the side and just like gesture with a head for you two for you at least to get out. They're not interested in you.
Okay, well, not exactly what I had in mind.
Anything else you wish to do?
Well, would you allow that to be a free action?
I would say, unfortunately, that is your action. You have bonus actions.
I know I do.
Movement.
I mean, I'm kind of exposed either way. Nope. That's action, that's action. Bardic Inspiration is only for one person, or can I make it for everybody?
Nicola, you have more experience with the bards than I think any of us do.
Depends on what your college is, and depends on your level. If you're only level, what level are we, 4?
2. You're level 2, honey.
Alright. I'm getting my games mixed up. Level 2, probably not, because you haven't actually chosen your college yet.
Yeah, we haven't done anything with our college.
So, yeah. It is just inspire somebody. You're not even at a level where you can inspire yourself yet.
Okay. Well then,
So you can inspire someone else, but that's about it.
well then I will inspire the big beefy lizard.
Okay.
Save the squishy little kobolds.
So...
What's with kobolds always clamoring around bigger lizards to protect them?
Because all kobolds are size queens. Anyway, next up is going to be these thugs over here. Eduardo is going to step around here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he is going to take a swing at... For crying out loud.
Bertra is scoffing. Size queens.
So, of course, my roll 20, all the macros have decided that they don't want to work. So, he's going to take 2 swings at Bucket straight to their head. Swing number 1. I'm assuming that a 7 is not going to hit you.
No.
I see. Second of all, is a 5 going to hit you?
No.
Okay.
Ain't but no.
Yeah, he is a little bit frustrated by that. However, his other friend around here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This dude is basically going to charge ahead and he's going to go for Tarth, and that is going to be the same thing. Tarth, does a 13 hit you?
No, it does not.
Does a 19 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
8 points of bludgeoning. Okay.
Yes. Oh, I apologize. Does a 14 hit you?
No, it does not.
Okay, never mind. Then you only take the 8 bludgeoning.
Okay.
BRB.
I'll take the 8.
Mm-hmm. Fortunately, yes.
Okay, yeah, Tarth is going to lift one of his axes.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to take a swing, and he's going to use that inspiration die
Who are you taking a swing at?
at the guy who just tried to attack him.
Okay.
So
Now-
that's a D6 inspiration.
Is that what your inspiration is at level 2, Rolder?
I see.
For your inspiration, for your bardic
I
inspiration,
think it's D6.
was it a D6?
Sorry. Come on, goddammit. Yes.
Awesome. Okay, yeah.
That is an 11.
An 11 is actually going to hit. Now, which one are you going for? Are you going for
Guy who just
Eduardo?
attacked him.
Oh, so you're going for Bill. Okay. So yeah, it hits. What was the damage? 5 slashing damage.
Oh, I need to add 4 damage as well for the fire. Oh, I've not rolled damage yet, have I? So, yeah, don't worry about that.
No. Your attack, your battle axe was 5 slashing.
Yeah, and I do 1d4 fire damage for the Hemocraft.
Okay. Oh shit,
So
and an
that's-
extra 3.
Yeah. And as a bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
which is something that lizard people can do, which I'm going to post up,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to go in for a bite.
Okay. That hits.
And yeah, he's basically his axes are designed to act as like hooks, and he just goes straight into Bill's neck.
Okay, it's just fuck! Get this fucking thing! Shit. Okay, so that made a dent. Okay. Anything else you wish to do?
That's it.
Okay. At this
He's
point,
just savaging this guy.
yeah. At
So-
this point, these two at the back, they're going to actually get stuck in. They see that, oh shit, this guy's a threat, and they are going to both take shots at you at range with their crossbows. First of all is I'm assuming a 9 isn't going to hit you. That's terrible. The second one, a 19 hits.
Yes, that will hit.
You're going to take 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Okay. Next up is going to be Mad Kalita. And Kalita, she is going to, let's see. I would say for the moment, she is going to... Yeah, let's just keep it simple for the moment. She's actually just going to pull out a hand crossbow. And she is going to take a shot at you, Tarth, because you have identified yourself as a problem. Does a 19 hit?
Yes, it does.
Then you're going to take 7 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, he's knocked out now.
Oh dear.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's the problem with blood hunters.
Oh, shit. The crocodile's mine. And then her eyes travel back over to you, Bucket. Tertra. There we go. We'll get there. Tertra, what would you like to do, sir?
Makes me giggle. Who just went down? By who?
Tarth, okay, so Big Boy here just went down because this lady here just shot him.
Oh, wow.
And he was busy taking a massive chunk out of this guy here.
Did you say, oh, well?
Hmm.
I said, oh my.
Hmm.
Alright, okay.
The ones behind us have not attacked yet?
They have. This one missed with their crossbow. This one, however, hit.
So technically we're in combat with them, so Charm Person does not work.
They do seem to be a little bit on the offensive at the moment, yeah. Although this one specifically, when Rolder did say, hey, we don't need to fight, they stepped to the side, allowing you two to leave, if you so desire.
Allowing both of us to leave?
I mean, you can try. You kind of have the impression of being a pair.
Yeah. That's kind of the point. Okay, just to also remind myself for pack tactics.
Yes.
Would I get pack tactics against this right here because they are here?
Technically, yes. In this instance, you can consider Bucket an ally.
Okay. Perfect, because like my weapon of choice is a heavy crossbow. Which I have disadvantage on because I'm a small creature.
Incidentally, fun fact for the kobolds in this party, it is bright sunny daylight at the moment, so you have disadvantage on all of your attacks.
So we'd have double disadvantage on this. So
I'm not that
disadvantage
much of a
anyways.
bastard.
Well, I'm just saying because heavy
Oh.
crossbow has disadvantage on it by default for small and tiny. So tack tactics would counteract that. But then
It
I
would.
get it again because of the daylight.
I'm gonna be
Well.
kind and say disadvantage isn't going to stack until you get to maybe level 3 or something like that.
Well,
Training
here's-
wheels for a little while, training wheels.
Yeah.
Because I don't have heavy crossbow on my character sheet. There's
No problem. So you're rolling twice. Are we taking the lowest roll with the 3?
it's Would it be disadvantage or is it going to be advantage in this case?
It's gonna be a
Because I'm
straight
gaining
roll.
disadvantage twice and I'm gaining advantage once.
I'm gonna call it a straight roll.
So I'm just take the first one then.
Sorry.
Yep.
So who are you trying to shoot at? Ah,
Well,
Eduardo.
next to-
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna make it so you can see their names because it's funny.
Then I'm just gonna back up like 5 feet.
Okay then. Next up, Bucket. The weird creepy guy just went down like a sack of spuds. And one of the other dudes has been trying to play a number on your head.
I don't have a potion, do I?
I don't know, do you?
Nope. I used it on the boat. Okay. In that case, just going to say rather quickly, Lucy, be careful, and then I'm going to use 2-weapon fighting. Where's my short sword? I don't have a short sword. I have a dagger, and that's it. Shit! I don't have 2 weapons.
If I would say this, something like that would have been easy to get over the past couple of days. If it's something you genuinely thought you did have, I'll allow you to have it. Because I'm kind.
Oh, you're very nice.
Yes, I am.
Short. Short sword. Yay. Actions. So, pew pew.
Okay,
Two.
and who is it? I'm assuming this is at Eduardo, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, both of them will actually hit. So we're talking 6 piercing, 6, 7, 8. So that's 9 points of piercing, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anything else?
No, I've used my stuff. Pretty much all I can do.
Okay, Lucy, the big scary lizard fellow has fallen down, and yeah, these people are being very mean to your friends. What are you gonna do?
Do I have? I didn't prepare. Okay. This person that's right in front of me, are they a baddie?
I would say everybody that you do not know is a baddie at this point. There are many. There's much stranger danger.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy in front of you is the one Taft took a chunk out of his neck.
Yeah, Bill looks pretty badly hurt, I'd say.
Okay.
Oh, that's-
I would like.
Mhm.
Sorry, what?
No. Yeah, you carry on.
I would like to clock him in the knees with my quarterstaff.
Okay, roll it.
Alright.
Knees, the natural prey of kobolds.
That will actually hit. Yeah.
And the tentacle things as
I
well.
will say this. I'm sorry to say it though. Could you please roll with disadvantage because you're not flanking with anybody?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, daylight.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was all the way over there till like just.
So basically, just roll one more time. Yeah, no, 12. Yeah, that's still gonna hit. So roll me your damage. How did one of those? How was one? We'll go with the one that says 3. We'll go with 3 damage there.
Okay. Yeah, they both say bludgeoning, and the dice shows up only over 1 on D&D Beyond.
Yeah. Okay.
Just want
You
to
have a
double check.
strength.
One of them is for one-handed. One of them is for two-handed. So we'll assume that you're swinging with both hands.
Yeah, that's how I was picturing it.
Mm-hmm. So, anything else?
Yeah.
Baseball swing for the knee.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to check which version of Kobold are we playing with? The Draconic Options Kobold or the Volo's version?
I have no idea. This is what you guys are
know.
doing.
I don't know.
I'm just going to post this in the player chat because I think it's going to be introduced in Fizzbins officially, but the kobolds no longer have disadvantage in daylight.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that was the Kobold rework that came out recently.
Yeah.
I would say I'm unfortunately going to be a mean bastard and say that will not take effect for this session at least.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
They also got rid of the sniveling ability.
Kobold's got a rework?
Hmm.
Yeah. I think it's going to be made official when Fizzbins comes out.
Yeah.
But yeah, is there anything else you want to do, Lucy? Any bonus actions or anything?
I don't think so, but let me double check.
If you haven't had any healing, it'd be handy.
What?
Healing?
If you haven't had any healing, it'd be handy.
I don't have one prepared. Unless he'll let me retcon.
Did you actually prepare any spells?
Yeah, I have 3 first level spells that I picked when I first made her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the healing spells is a bonus action.
Okay. Sorry.
Roll me you know what, Lucy? Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, I can do cure wounds.
Oh, you can do.
Persuade the DA.
Yeah, persuade the fates. But no, if you've got cure wounds, yeah. And that's a bonus action?
No, cure wounds is an action.
Oh, fuck.
That will be
Healing
your next
word is-
round. Okay then.
Fuck.
You have healing word.
Yes.
Healing word is a bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then can I do that?
Healing word, you can actually do that without moving, yes?
Yep.
Okay.
It's range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit it. Tarth gets 3
yeah.
hit points.
Yeah. And he just goes straight back into savaging Bill.
Are you gonna have to get up first? What, are you savaging his foot?
I think it was what kind of was slumped on him. It was just kind of like,
You know, sure. Actually, I'm actually okay with that. It's just that we'll get to that in the next turn. Okay. Nom, 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 nom. Nom, 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 nom. Okay, so we're just going to get over to top of the round with Rhoda. Rhoda, what would you like to do? I see.
Oh. Sorry. Thought we were on Bill. Okay.
No. Bill, basically they take place, their turn happens at the same time as Eduardo, and Henry takes place at the same time as Cutter because they're the same stat block.
fair.
Okay, well, tried to get out of this, but so I'm going to come over to Bill
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully
Seven. I'm so
I-
well. Here's the thing.
not yet actually.
Yes.
I was about to say I need to re-roll that because I was on disadvantage, but
To be fair, you're flanking. You've got pack tactics, so it's a straight roll. So a 7, unfortunately, will still not hit.
alright.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of things that are cancelling each other out with advantage, disadvantage. So, but it's good to keep that in mind. Anything else? Any bonus actions?
Nope, that's it. I already spent all my bonus actions.
Okay. Next up is going to be Eduardo. He's, I would say, like he's glancing over at Bill. It's like, it's your problem, and he's going to take another swing at. In fact, I would say he's going to take 2 swings at Bucket. If I can click on the right sheet, swing number 1 does a 22 hit.
Yes.
Take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as he rings your bell, and on the back swing, does a 13 hit.
No.
He basically tries to get another one in, but it just it hits, but it just glances off the side. It doesn't do any damage. Meanwhile, I would say poor Bill. He's gonna try and make a strength check to get the fucking lizard off him. Could you please give me a strength check, please, Tarth?
16.
He rolled an 18. He's actually going to shove you back, and he's going to try and move away. I'm homebrewing that I'm. Go on.
Attack opportunity?
You know, sure. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Tash is going to go for the jug to the neck again.
Oh, jeez. An 18 will hit, and that's going to be 5 points of piercing damage to Bill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bill's looking a little rough.
Yeah, Taff kind of has some viscera hanging out of his mouth.
Yeah, Bill, this dude is looking freaked the fuck out. Yeah.
Where do you think you're going?
Possibly to get a better job. But next up, Tarth, it's your turn. What would you like to do? Your meal's getting away.
Yeah, he's just going to go straight in for another bite.
12 will hit.
That's 8 points of damage.
Oh, jeez. Bye, Bill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, shit. Okay.
And he's just going to start eating.
He's still active. He's screaming. He's alive.
Taff is going to swing round one of his axes, so the tip of it will he's going to try and basically slam it into Bill's chest so we can pierce his heart with it.
Oh, okay. Is this a bonus action? Is this a second
It's
attack?
a bonus action with his offhand.
9 will not hit, unfortunately. Bill is looking really badly hurt.
It's kind of obvious that Taff is just concentrating on Bill. This is his meal now.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say there's just for flavour a little bit of blood splatters on, Lucy's scales, and she's like, wow. Next up is going to be Cutter and Henry. They look a bit concerned, and they are... Yeah, I think they are just going to keep focusing on... Actually, because Rolder didn't take the hint, they're actually going to focus on Rolder and Tetra. So, Cutter, first of all, she is going to, with her crossbow, does a 20 hit.
Yes.
Take 3 points of piercing damage, please. And Tetra, actually, he's going to step over. I would say you're actually not in his range at the moment, so Henry's going to poke out a little bit, but he's going to take a shot at Rolder as well. Does a 11 hit?
Thankfully, no.
Okay, yeah, that one just swings over your head. Kalila, however, she's going to be like, fucking someone put this thing down. And she is going to take another shot at Tarth with her crossbow. Does a 19 hit you?
Yes, 19 hits.
Takes 7 points of piercing damage.
And he's knocked out again.
I'm very sorry. Thunk. Okay, she's actually going to 5, 10, 15, 20. I'd say 25, 30. She's going to get to here, and she's pulling out her sword, and she's glaring at Bucket. And at the end of her turn, she'll say, "Where's your priest friend?" Tertra,
Okay.
it is your turn.
Honey, you muted?
Oh boy. I'm going to. I have to move here
Mm-hmm.
and then use growl, cowl, and bang.
Okay.
As an action in your turn, you can cowl, whatever, blah blah blah. Until the next turn, your allies gain advantage on attack rolls against enemies within 10 feet of you.
Okay.
Which
So
is-
how exactly are you doing this? Paint me a word picture, if you will.
Basically, just running up and just like, please don't hurt me.
Yeah, literally running
Falling
at
to my
someone.
knees and just
Mm-hmm.
falling to my knees and just begging. Just that's it. Yeah, full on beg.
Okay. Bucket, you have advantage on either Eduardo or Kalita. Technically,
And Bill. All
yeah.
three.
Oh, he's 15 feet away from
It's
them.
10 feet away from me.
Oh, from you. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay.
That's why. Yeah, that's why I moved here. It says
Okay.
your allies gain advantage on attack rolls against enemies 10 feet from you that you can see.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Any bonus actions? Anything else?
I moved. No, I don't think I had anything else. Unless I can use Bardic Inspiration. I can use Bardic Inspiration. Bardic Inspiration on Bolts, because Bolts is still up, right? Yes, Bolts is next. Alright.
Okay. Yeah, I'll drop the Bardic Inspiration on Tarth because I'm sorry to say he went down. So yeah, Bucket, you are inspired, and it is fortunate because it is now your turn.
I'm gonna take a little step over here,
Inspired and advantage.
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna cast this.
Okay.
Flushes like brew.
Okay, and what does this do exactly?
Stream of acid emanates from you in a line 30 feet long and 5 feet wide in a direction you choose. Each creature in the line must succeed a dexterity saving throw or be covered in acid for the spell's duration, or until the creature uses its action to scrape or wash the acid off itself or another creature. The creature covered in acid takes 2d4 damage at the start of each of its turns.
Mm-hmm.
Like it.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of those was a 3 and the other one was a natural 1. So both Eduardo and Kalila are drenched in acid. Do they take the damage now?
Yes.
Okay, roll me the damage for them if you'd be so kind. Oh, it was 4 of
4.
acid. It was 4 of acid, so Eduardo gets 1, 2, 3, 4. And Kalila gets 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
And that stays on them for duration on this again. Up to a minute or until they use their action to clean themselves off.
Okay. Next up is supposed to be Lucy. Lucy is unavailable at the moment, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up her sheet and I'm going to...
Kill the big lizard.
You know, that might be an idea. That might be something she could do if she actually had her thing. Tell you what, let's just pretend for the moment. We'll say her bonus action is going to be Healing Word. How much is Healing Word again? It's going to be 1d4 plus 2, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so that's a d4. That's going to be... 3, 4... Hey, Tarth, you get 5 hit points back.
And he's back to mauling Bill.
Oh god, no! Ah!
I can eat your heart next.
Oh, no. Poor bastard. Oh, poor Bill. And yeah, when Megan comes back, we'll figure out what Lucy's action is. I mean, actually, if she yeah, we'll say that she's got an action when she gets back round. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that. And next up at the top of the round is going to be Rolder. Rolder, my dear, what would you like to do?
Okay, so
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My beautiful wife has just returned. Let her just get on the headphones. Mate, can you hear us, my love?
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, you got nothing to apologize for. Well, basically, this is what has happened. Lucy used her bonus action to cast Healing Word again. Okay?
Okay.
So that's happened. What do you want her action to be?
So, was it Tarth?
Yes. He went down, but you've brought him back up again.
Oh.
You're never
Yeah,
going to
okay.
keep him down.
We came up again.
I get knocked down.
I love how every single one of us went for that.
Low hanging fruit.
That's the anthem of the Blood Hunter.
Don't go full Molly Mock on us, alright?
How's Bill looking?
Bill is looking very scared and he wants to leave.
I
Okay.
feel like he's not like just halfway down this lizard's gullet like the Anaconda movie.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. If I had an idea, but it would require me to leave Bill to Tarth's mercy or non-mercy. Okay. How's Bucket and Eduardo doing? Sorry.
Good is perfectly fine.
Eduardo looks like he's been dinged up a little bit, nothing major.
Okay. So, oh wait, this all depends on. Sorry, I'm plotting. But that is not a. Oh wait, yes it is. Hold on. Okay. Sorry. So I would like to. How much of my movement would it take for me to climb up Bucket?
I would say an extra 5 feet.
Okay. In that case. Alright, cool. So I have 30 movement, so I want to use 20 of my movement to get to Bucket.
Mm-hmm.
I want to climb up Bucket. And then I want to cast Primal Savagery. And launch myself like a feral cat at Eduardo's face.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So much.
Yes.
Yeah.
You muted Han.
I wish you could animate.
I really wish we could animate too.
We'd be hitting dingo doodles levels without some of our stuff.
Yeah.
I love her energy, so I just try to bring it in. So do I need to roll to see if it happens or?
Yes. So with could you please link the ability so we can just double check it? Okay, Primal Savagery. You channel primal magic to cause your teeth or fingernails to sharpen, ready to deliver a corrosive attack. So it's a melee spell attack. So basically, it's a d20 plus whatever your spell attack modifier is. And that should be on your character sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, your spell attack modifier is usually going to be found where
My
the
bad,
spells
okay.
are.
Sorry, I'm still getting used.
No, it's all good. So a 14. Okay. 14 is going to hit. So, yeah, they're going to take 1d10 acid damage, please. 5 points of acid damage to Eduardo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's already covered in acid.
Yeah. Vroomf, and you are now over there.
Oh, it's fun.
Okay, anything else?
I think that's all I can do from this point.
I fucking love it. Okay, and I'm so sorry, Rolder. Now it is your turn.
Okay, so let me recap here. Okay, so it's going to go 5, 10, 15
Mm-hmm.
here,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully, let me see. Okay. He's going to cast Thunderwave.
Oh fuck yes. Okay, and that's that's a cube. So is that going to take out both Henry and Cutter?
Yes.
15.
That's why I moved where I did.
Right, is that 15 foot wide?
It's a 15-foot cube.
Oh, and the center can be wherever you want it to be.
Yep.
The center has to be. He has to be at the center. But yeah.
Oh, he
Yeah,
has
center
to
on
be
me.
at the center. 5, 10. Okay, cool. Okay, that's fine. Wow, that's pretty powerful. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Constitution saving throw from both of these individuals. That's going to be, well, that was a 4, and that was a 5. So that's a no. So 10 points of damage to. Okay. Cutter. How? Let me put it this way. We've seen what Thunderwave can do. What do you want to do to Cutter?
Well, basically, Rolder's going to run out to that spot,
Mm-hmm.
just like hold out both of his hands, and just sending out shockwaves and knocking them both aback. I'm assuming here is a building.
Yes.
And over here's a tree. So Cutter's going to get knocked back into the building,
Mm-hmm.
and Henry is going to get shot back into the tree.
Okay. I will actually shove them back a little bit that way. For Cutter, basically, it's like, have you ever seen one of those scenes from Game of Thrones where the mountain literally just takes a guy's head and just casually pushes it into the wall, and it just, squishes? This is just a red stain as her body slides down. She is dead.
Yes.
Henry,
And
however, looks
then-
pretty badly hurt.
And then 5, 10, 15 back,
Okay.
because I still had movement.
Okay. Very well done. Next up, Eduardo. Starting to look a little bit concerned, especially because of the fucking feral kobold. He is going to take a swing at the
He
fucking...
takes 2d4 acid damage at the start of his turn.
Roll me 2d... Thank you. Roll me 2d4 acid, please. Yeah. I was really worried when Tarth went down super quick at 6. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, so he takes that damage. He's going to try and take a swing at the little child. I'm going to say this is disadvantage because she's literally on his face. Does a 10 hit Lucy?
No, it does not.
Okay. Does a 12 hit Lucy? Really? 12 doesn't hit?
And my armor class says 16.
Oh shit, okay. He's just basically swinging around trying to throw her off, but yeah, she's, again, this sweet, quote-unquote, sweet little kobold child is just on him, and she's just like, ah! Beautiful. Bill, however, he's going to use this action to try and disengage, and he is going to run.
So I'm gonna say he's still in Taft's mouth.
Okay, well, let's make that another strength check to try and push you off. Roll it. Okay, he rolled a nat 20 on his strength check, so I would say Bill is basically around here. He is very desperately trying to leave, and you see Khalid like, come back, you coward!
Funny. I was thinking the same thing.
Hmm.
I just imagine now that with that net 20, he just like grabs Hearth's jaws and moves it out of the way.
Ralph's going to get to about there,
Hmm.
and he's going to take out his blowgun.
Shit. Also, I would say as you were going past her, Kalila.
He didn't go close enough for her to get attack opportunity.
Okay.
He stayed about. He was about 10 feet away from her when he got to here,
Fair enough.
and he was. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So yeah, he's going to try and blowgun Bill.
Okay. A 19 will hit, and he is going to. He had 3 hit points remaining, so how do you want to do it?
Yeah, he just basically blow darts him right just at the base of the neck. So it's more paralysis move.
Oh shit.
And if I'm allowed to as flavor, Tarf is just going to continue walking, gets him in his teeth, and decapitates him with a single bite to the neck.
That's, my dear friend, that does sound like several things to happen at once there. So I would say the dart is in, and he is, for the sake of argument, he is down. Whether he is dead or not, we will see. But that is your turn. Any bonus actions?
Not really. There's nothing else he can do.
Okay, next up, Colour is dead. However, Henry is going to get himself up. He is going to step back forward, and he is going to try and take a shot at Rhoda for doing that to him. That is going to be pew pew. 13.
On the squishy kobold.
Yes. Because you may be squishy, but you just killed one of his friends in one go. So 13, does that hit?
Meets it.
5 points of piercing damage to Rhoda. And he's going to use the rest of his movement to get over here, and he is going to push himself up against the wall as best he can. Next up is Kalila.
Who takes 2d4 acid damage.
Please roll the 2. She takes 4 points of acid damage. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking a little bit annoyed. And she... Let's see this. Let's get a bit weird. She is actually going to look at you, Bucket, and she is going to, I would say, 5, 10, 15, 20. She's going to get over here, and she is going to take 2 swings with her sword. Does a 17
really
hit?
Advantage if the person she's flanking with is currently dealing with a ball of fury on his face?
You know, that's fair. She doesn't get advantage in this instance, but as soon as Lucy is thrown off, then she will.
Yay!
So, take 4 points of piercing damage.
16 was it, yeah?
It was a 17 to roll.
So 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Does a 14 hit you?
Meets it, beats it.
Then take a second take 3 points of piercing damage. And she is going to... yeah, because she can't use her sneak attack. I would say she's going to use her bonus action to disengage. And she's going to use the rest of her movement. Let's see, she was over 5, 10, 10, 15, 20. I would say she's going to use the rest of her movement to get over here. And that's Kalila's turn. Tertra, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to just shoot her with a crossbow, I guess.
Okay, roll it.
My heavy crossbow. so I definitely know I have disadvantage in this case.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Is there a way I could just do this twice? No, I'll just do it that way.
17. What's your attack modifier?
I don't know if heavy crossbow actually uses one unless Marsh.
It's usually
It's your dex.
it's your dex. Yeah, any ranged
plus
weapon
one.
would be a dex. Okay, so
So,
an 18 that will hit. Give me some damage.
1d10 piercing.
Okay. Damn, that's actually a good bit of damage there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Oh, you little bitch.
Heavy crossbow is so fun.
Anything else? Any bonus
No,
actions?
that's, I immediately then drop the crossbow at my feet to wield my shield.
Okay. Bucket, it be your turn. What would you like to do?
Badly is Eduardo right now, looking right now.
Eduardo is starting to look rough.
Get revenge on Crazy Lady or protect small kobold? I will protect small kobold.
Mm, a wise
Hey,
choice.
if anything happens to you, I'm fucked. So yeah, I'm just gonna use the short sword and dagger.
A 9 will not hit.
Advantage
21.
because he's got a kobold claw on his face.
I would say disadvantage because he is moving very quickly. You know, it's very difficult to get a shot off. But no, I would say the 21 for the dagger is going to hit. So 4 points of piercing. 4 points of piercing to Eduardo. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Anything else?
That's my action and bonus action.
Okay, Lucy. What would you like to do? So you're keeping your spell up, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, roll me another attack with your spell modifier. And we'll see how much damage you do to him. Okay, a 10 is actually... let me just check his armor class again real quick. Yeah, no, that beats it. So roll me the damage. 6 acid. Okay, so get this thing off me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he's starting to look pretty badly hurt. Any bonus actions or anything?
No.
Okay. Next up is going to be top of the round with Rhoda.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well. Let me see. Alright. Well, I'm at half, so I'm going to cure wounds myself.
Okay.
And basically get back up to full.
Nice.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20. Actually, 15.
Mm-hmm.
Give Bolt some advantage.
Ah!
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This will be just out of line of sight of Kalita, just in case she's got a crossbow. They like to shoot at the squishy kobold.
They really do. So rude.
Why do you
Anything
think
else?
I'm shooting him back with a crossbow?
Mm.
But a heavier, bigger one.
Yeah. For you, it's almost like a siege cannon.
Yeah, right? It's literally an 18-pound fucking crossbow that weighs probably more than I fucking
Yeah,
do.
I love the
I'm
mental image of
suddenly
you
reminded
carrying
of
it.
the gamers when the rogue tries to backstab with the ballista.
So, anything else for your turn, Rolder?
That's it.
Okay, next up it's going to be Eduardo. First of all, he is going to try and make a roll the
No,
acid
first off,
damage.
he's
Roll
gonna
the
get
acid
2d4.
damage. Roll the acid.
A
Nice, stupid.
lifesaver. That acid damage is a lifesaver here right now.
So, how
It's his brain.
would you like to do this?
He's probably just gonna start
Sizzling.
dissolving a bit.
Hmm.
And just bits of him are being torn away by Lucy's furious little claws, so she's probably gonna get the impression that she's done it.
Yeah, this guy basically collapses on himself, sort of like a house of cards. He is just basically gone. Let's make a death saving throw for poor old Bill. Nope. Tarth, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
It's gonna be a snack in a minute.
Going to close in, and I'm going to tell you what he's going to do because he's basically just going to bite on Bill's neck.
Okay.
And still keep trying to devour him while he's still alive.
He's unconscious, but I would say, given the fact he's lost one death save and you've attacked him, which is an automatic 2 death saves, you can enjoy your meal at your leisure.
Good.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say that the other people can hear Bill kind of weakly squealing in agony.
I'm going to be kind and say Bill is gone.
Session 0, and we're already being murder hobos.
Interesting.
Hey, they attacked us twice.
I gave them a chance.
I just want
And
to let
they
everyone
didn't
know
take
that
it,
I
so whose fault
still
is it
haven't
really?
been hit once. I get it that I am the DM's pet this session potentially, but come on.
Next up, I would say, so we got Henry. What's he gonna try? 5. He's gonna move 5 meters movement. He's gonna look at this situation, look to his boss, and then I think what he's gonna do is he is going to. I think he's going to do this actually.
Damn it! I put in the wrong one.
He is going to pull something out of his pocket, and he is going to make a strength check to see if he can throw it over here. Yeah, that will do. Great. Give me 1 second, guys, because I have this to do. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Technology. Come on. Why would that be an image that came up? Okay, try this instead. Sorry, technology. On the web. Really? Okay, because Roll20 has just been abated, I'm just going to draw it on the screen. I would say this area here is going to become heavily obscured. And he is going to use the rest of his movement, 5, 10, 15, to head on down there. That is his turn. Next up, Kalila. Since she is technically hidden, I think we're going to have a parting shot. I think that's reasonable. And because you really pissed her off, Bucket, Does a 14 hit?
Beats it, beats it.
You take 4 points of piercing damage, and you take an extra 11 points on top of that. As from the shadows, from basically the fog, a bolt slams into your chassis.
Reaction. Peanut is going to pull the red lever.
What is the red lever?
It's the... You watch as Bucket's head just kind of pops open and this sphere is rocketed 30 feet away.
Which direction? Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay,
Over
okay,
here.
okay,
Oh shit.
okay,
Oh no!
okay, okay. Give me a second. Oh, come on, do the thing. It's not letting. I'm sorry, it was just taking forever there. There we go. So about there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there is Bucket's
You know,
head.
this
Mhm.
hardened brass sphere is now over there.
Okay. Tertra, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna pick back up my crossbow and put it on my back,
Mm-hmm.
and then just move to roll the do a medicine check.
Okay. They're dead.
No, I was trying to like
He was checking on me.
Mhm,
yes.
mhm. No, I know.
Like,
That's what I'm
mostly
saying.
just
It's like
trying
they're dead. They're upright, but there's no pulse.
Oh, don't stop fussing, dear. Stop fussing. I'm fine.
Wait, I actually still had the disadvantage thing selected on my character sheet somehow.
Are you out of combat? Is she gone?
I would say this. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
Mine? No.
Okay.
I don't know where they are.
I would say after a minute or two, you guys look around and nothing appears to be happening. You seem to be out of combat.
The sphere only stays closed for 6 seconds, so that would have popped open very early,
Okay.
revealing Peanut.
Would you please explain what you mean by this?
Peanut.
You watch as this thing that has been ejected from Bucket of Bolts, who's collapsed to the floor like a puppet with the strings cut. The sphere has popped open after a few seconds to reveal a small black and white squirrel wearing dungarees and a ring around its neck.
I would say also that given the way it opened, nuts Peanut would be able to see Taff go into town on Bill like the first zombie in Resident Evil.
Well, that's disconcerting.
Yeah, Taff literally does the old look over the shoulder the zombie does.
Peek around Rolla just a little like, what am I seeing?
Hi.
Are you and that? And he's like pointing to the squirrel and back at the robot. I
Yeah.
It's like back and forth. Do you need help?
That would be quite helpful, yeah.
And like hop out of the little sphere, and inside you see like there's this little chair with some levers on it. They're like closing the sphere and starts rolling it back towards the body.
Rolda's gonna walk over and pick up the sphere, letting him get on his arm. All right, let's just,
Peanut's mouth is not moving, by the way, every time Peanut talks, the little gem on the ring that is around their neck flashes.
I say at this point, Taff comes over, he's kind of dragging Bill behind him.
Alright, well, I guess just put it back in the mouth, and he starts, like, just pushing it into the mouth. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
you just want to push down that little spring mechanism. Yeah, okay.
At this point, Taff just takes a big bite out of Bill's arm.
You just, and I guess you hear this clunk, this little chunk as it goes back in. So, our robot companion is a squirrel.
Yeah, well, I found that most people don't tend to take me seriously as, well, this. So I made a bucket here. That seemed to have helped out quite a bit. Please don't tell anyone.
I don't think anyone would believe us.
Yeah.
You know, like holds his other hand up and lets him get back inside.
Well, at the minute, Peanut is just kind of like doing little fast squirrel movements, still talking to you, just little fast squirrel movements around the outside of the chassis. He's like pulling the bolts out, casting mending to close over the things, going in, and you hear a few sparks and whirs.
In the background, you just hear this crunch as Taff breaks through the rib cage and rips out the heart and starts eating it.
Hey, Devilla,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna start playing the bagpipes while I'm marching around him eating this corpse.
Okay. Let me try and do that. Unfortunately, roll 20 is lagging up something fierce. I really, really want to do that. It is just nothing's actually letting me click anything at the moment. I can't close any of the windows. And I really want to play that because I think that would be a really interesting place to finish it. You give me 2 seconds and I'm going to see if I can reload it. But while you're doing that, I would say the locals who've been here a little while, especially Rolder and Tertra, would you please give me an intelligence check?
I'm not even at a disadvantage anymore.
Come on. Fuck's sake.
Lucy, this
Really?
is a secret. This is our little secret, okay?
Okay, give me 1 second.
I keep it
Okay,
secret.
intelligence check.
Yes.
Hold up their little claw and a fist bump to Lucy.
Hang on. I was trying to get it back to normal because I'm assuming you were only just a straight roll.
Yeah, just a straight roll is fine. But the 7, either way, you guys, you're kind of glancing over at Tarth and think, that's a bit much. I would say it's about a minute or so of that before a random passerby finally walks into the alley and they start screaming in horror, calling for the guard. Especially since you have been playing the bagpipes very loudly, that has kind of drawn some people's attention.
As soon as anybody who's not our immediate group comes closer, Peanut is going to hide in this chassis and try and continue the repairs from the inside.
Okay, so am I to assume the group is remaining here and waiting for the town guard to arrive? Or at least what passes for town guard in this city?
Go anywhere, I need to fix my shell.
Yeah, what we can do, and Taff is kind of just... Yeah, he just kind of stood there.
Okay, still enjoying your little snack, yeah? Okay.
Yep.
Okay
We
then.
should run.
And I say at this point he's kind of let go of Bill because he's eaten the heart. He promised him he would do that.
He's a man of his word.
Yep.
I mean, let's let's try and get out of here. If
Taff is gonna try and lift up Bucket and carry Bucket.
Yes, you carry him, and let's go.
Give me a strength check and the DC. How? Let's be honest, Nicola. How heavy is Bucket?
It is probably close to like 200 pounds.
Then the DC. I'm going to be kind and say the DC is 18. I can't see any of the chat because I'm still loading in.
That's 14. Taff wasn't able to.
Yeah,
He's still pretty winded.
Would I be able to make a sleight of hand check along with my Tinkerer's tools to try and restore functionality to his legs?
You can try, do it, but with disadvantage because you are working at speed. An 8 will not do it, I'm afraid.
Dang it.
Besides my
Yeah.
annoying
Okay,
bagpipe, I'll reach out for Lucy's hand to hold it for the meantime.
Okay.
I'll attempt to add my strength to help Tarth. Is that gonna help?
Unfortunately not. As I would say we are going to close this episode out with the sound of many, many feet approaching you. We will leave things there for now. With a bunch of kobolds looking a little bit shifty, a squirrel and their mechanical suit making repairs, and a giant scary as fuck lizard folk absolutely drenched in the gore and blood of a half-eaten human being. Welcome to Chult, everybody.
To be fair, that isn't unusual in Chult.
It's not unusual in the jungle, but something that in the intelligence check was to find out. You're not allowed to do that in the city. This is a city. You don't get to just murder random people in a city. So there may be a couple of consequences which we will get back to in the next session, which, because unfortunately we have our delightful puppy, our fur daughter, to take care of next week, and because of the holidays and everything, it is possible, very possible, this will be the last session of 2021. So I wanted to thank each and every one of you for joining us, and what did you think?
Taff enjoyed. Taff found the meat quite exquisite.
Oh my gosh.
I could sense the manic grin as soon as you remembered what Pull the Red Lever did.
Yeah.
Pointing fingers at the
Yep.
lizard. He ate him. He killed him. I didn't do anything. I won't survive in jail. They won't take me.
Oh, by the way, Cream.
I don't know about y'all, but worst case scenario, I could pretend to be an inanimate object, so
I could
Screw
just
y'all,
disguise
y'all.
my. I could just use disguise self and just turn myself into a guard and sneak away. I don't know.
Taff,
yeah, it's possible.
Taff would just shrug and just say, "What? He attacked me." His own head.
I mean, technically, Rolda and Serta do have a way out of this trouble.
Generally speaking,
Yeah, right.
still have crossbow
Well,
bolts.
I just started playing the bagpipes. I'm just like, I don't give a shit. I'll get out of this.
Oh, incidentally, for all of those curious, now that Roll20 is finally loaded for me, this is Tertra's little ditty he's playing.
Like Club Seamus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Nice.
Down a tiny bit.
That's very good. Take a note of this. Hidden.
So that's a more serious one, but honestly, given the fact that you chuckle fucks just absolutely murked this guy, I think this one's
It's beautiful.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. So that was Tomb of the Abomination, a homebrew campaign adaptation of the Tomb of Annihilation by Wizards of the Coast. All of the art assets that you have seen today were sourced from the Tomb of Annihilation fan Discord. The links are going to be in the VOD. We also, big thanks to the official Reddit and Discord groups. They provided a bunch of really great assets. If you are an illustrator and you see your character art being used in any way and you take issue with that, absolutely get in touch with us and we will switch things up. Any artwork that I have produced, I will declare. Everything else has been sourced publicly. We claim no ownership of any of the art assets or the music or anything else used in this game, except Sephi and his character. Let me just actually bring...
Lucy.
And Lucy, yes, and Lucy. Both of their character art made by their respective players. The music was taken from Kevin MacLeod on the Roll20 jukebox, as you can hear now. Everything else was made using Sirenscape. I'm a master subscriber. It is a little bit pricey, but honestly, I think it's, by and large, it's been worth the money. So you can check it out over at sirenscape.com to check it out for yourself. Our gaming table at the moment is using Roll20, roll20.net, and I do believe that's all of the general information that you would need to know. If you would like to support this game, because I kind of put way too much time into the prep and all the stuff that goes into running this. If you'd like to help me buy a new monitor, for one thing, and all that other stuff, you can check out patreon.com/LunarBlazeStudios. Over there, I'm going to be posting a series of behind-the-scenes videos on how I actually make this game, what goes into actually running it, how I get the stream set up, and, you know, what the general prep is for the upcoming sessions. So there are spoilers there, so no players are allowed. I think that's going to be pretty much it. All the social links and everything to follow me and everybody else are going to be in the Twitch overlay just over there. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you have a fantastic New Year's, and we look forward to seeing you all in 2022 when we'll figure out how screwed Tarth and the rest of the group are. Until then, are there any final words that our players wish to say?
I mean, like I said, we're fine. I mean, we've got a way out of this.
I was kind of hoping I could go a little bit longer before Peanut had to use that ability.
I know. I feel. I kind of do feel really bad for literally, you know, pulling the cord so early. But I love it. I fucking love it.
I think it'll make a few more interesting character interactions though.
Yeah.
Lucy has a pet squirrel.
Yes, I was kind of. I heard that and I was thinking, oh, this is going to be interesting.
What's her
Speak with animal.
Yeah, what's her I don't remember what her squirrel shit already has name. Pete. Fuck Pete. It's the other guy now.
I will say is, God damn, our blood hunters glass cannons.
Yes, they are.
Oh, definitely.
Yes, they are. This is why Ez took points in Mystic. But yeah, thank you for joining us. It's been a genuine pleasure. It's good to be back, and it's gonna